There we go. I'm good now.
Lovely. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chicken Police Paint It Red. Those of you who actually might care will notice that this is a different black and white, kind of mystery-ish game than the last one we were playing. I made the executive decision, with Saba's approval, to put Lorelei and the Laser Eyes on hiatus for the time being. Maybe we'll come back to it, maybe we won't. But still wanted to play something between then and 13 Sentinels. So I figured we would start Chicken Police Paint It Red, because they had a trailer for the new Chicken Police game, Into the Hive, which is supposed to be coming out, I think, either early next year or late next year. So yeah. Hello, Saba. Say hello.
Hello.
Okay. So
it's time to chicken and police.
So this is straight up a noir game, is my understanding. I played, I want to say, about an hour of it, like when it first came out. Liked it, thought it would be good for stream, and put it on the list, and so that's why we're doing it now. So I think we're good to go, but we'll see. All right.
Time for different kinds of puzzle, but
once again, it's more
puzzle?
Well.
Dead men are heavier than broken hearts. Okay.
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too.
Painted red.
Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement. What could possibly go wrong?
Lawville City, Rourke District, former Atlas Hotel. Look at this femme fatale.
Gazelle. Ooh la la.
My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, look at that.
Okay, let's do... Oh, I can't change
Need a second?
I'll make it a little... I wanted to like keep the music the same level, but increase the voice lines, but I'll have to do that later.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well,
We got a lot of stuff to look at. You want to just flip the lights, or you want to investigate everything first?
let's scope in what we have so far, and then we can flick on the lights.
I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here, whether I like it or not.
Oh, so yes. So the wilderness is the name of the planet we're on. Not Earth. It is the wilderness. And he said it during the intro, but I kind of wanted to mention it now. My understanding is that in this world, in the modern definition of a predator is just anybody that kills anybody else or like seeks to take advantage of them.
So it's not a specific animal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing, is that it's typically like carnivores and stuff, right? Because it's quote unquote in their nature or whatever. So I just thought that was like an interesting distinction.
Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles.
All right, we got a bunch of pictures here.
The
Wild Gentleman.
Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground.
The Wild Gentleman is also the name of the collective that made this game in the first place.
Oh, cool.
We
That's
used to
fun.
be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight.
MB Davis, and it's like a gopher.
M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants.
And my pants. Okay.
This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life, before Molly left me and took our daughter.
Classic noir
Sorry,
stuff.
dude.
The good things
That's
in
depressing.
life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes.
Oh my god, look at the icon.
Oh, yes, yes.
I promised myself I'd write a novel one day. Every whiskey has the same color nowadays, at least in this price range. I don't even know what these papers are.
Good work then.
I don't even know where the key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever. I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink. Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever has.
Oh. Aha!
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know.
Alright, let's shoot her.
My last cigarette.
Off to you right now.
You're lucky I don't have a light, pal. My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine.
Blood
So I got
Boil.
one out of a pack of cornflakes, just in case.
Pack of cornflakes.
I think that's everything, right? I don't see nothing else. I mean, her, but can't talk to her yet. I think it's the phone. I don't got no numbers.
Who is this dame, anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve. Ooh.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah. Miss Deborah Ibanez.
Happiness.
I just love how the transition of like human body into gazelle head. It really, because it's like you can see like on her shoulders where like the fur starts.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've got to have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
Wait, what the fuck was that? He like, I need a drink. How about some sherry? Like bourbon. Well, good thing. I only have bourbon. Wait, then why'd you offer sherry?
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
Tell me what you want.
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
One more time.
She wants you to ask her some routine
X
questions.
speed normal. All right, we're back. Inventory. Wow, did you see what my hand looked like? Oh, okay,
Glove.
sorry, it's a glove.
Gloved is what I look like.
I thought I had some sort of horrible clawed monster hand. No, it's just a glove.
I haven't dusted you off in a while, partner. Looks like I may be needing you now. Oh man, I totally get you. Ironic, but ever since I've been on furlough, with only my fake badge sitting in my cabinet, I feel more like a cop than I ever had before. More like a Clawville cop, anyway.
Yo, notebook. The notebook. The notebook is a detective's best friend. Here you gather vital information about the case, the suspects or victims, and the locations you will visit. How does it work? Click on any text or picture in your notebook to read the translated version in your language. What?
Is that not English?
Yeah, like what?
or who knows? Maybe if someone's playing in other languages, right?
Because the actual
yeah.
artwork and like written text might still be in English, but if they click on it, it will bring up the text in your language. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
2 people. Deborah. Name Deborah.
Deborah.
Deborah. Okay, sure. She's an impala, not a gazelle. My bad. Gender female. Special feature, pretty and fragile. Nothing too special. Okay.
Okay.
She runs errands for her employer, a sophisticated lady, but I don't think she's from a particularly wealthy or influential family. Okay. Hotel Atlas. Codex. The Chicken Police. The Chicken Police is a famous detective duo, Santonio Sonny Featherland and Marty McChicken. What a name! Saba,
That's
how would
exactly
you
what you
feel if
think
my
it
name
is.
was Zach McHuman? Right?
Pretty good.
Gained fame through a case, the press called the Bloody New Year's Eve. Well, that seems convenient. They flew high for almost 10 years when a fateful brawl put an end to their legend. There's a series of novels with them, about them by Meredith H. Marble. They had published 10 books over the course of 7 years before the series faded out of public interest, as did the Chicken Police itself. Clawville's been an independent city-state for more than 900 years.
That's a very
I don't remember
specific
this
timeframe.
from the last time I played. I guess I just didn't read this carefully. So, wait. The U.S., Saba, the U.S. is only like 200 and something years old, right?
So this place has been alive
What the
for a
hell?
long time.
During the city's foundation, 4 nations had joined forces represented by the 4 annual figures and the 4 hands on the crest of Clawville. In reality, the tribal alliance of reptiles and the great insect clans had also played an essential part in the city's founding, but they never got to be represented on the crest. This gave birth to a political and cultural antagonism between the species. Clawville preserved its political autonomy and the dream that it's the only state in the wilderness where predator and prey of any race can live in peace, hence the name the City of 1,000 Colors. That's interesting. The Wild Ones. 3 gods are represented in most places across the wilderness. They're the great wild ones who make up the holy trinity of creation, destruction, and silence. Hariti is the goddess of creation. Tapiti, I was assuming the P is silent, like pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Tapiti
Yeah, okay.
is the lord of destruction, and
Nakava Titi.
Nikva.
Or Nakva. Nikva, yeah. Or Nikva.
Nakva
Titi.
Nakvatiti is the genderless ghost of silence and nothingness, keeping the balance between creation and destruction in their never-ending conflict. I didn't expect the Noir game that we were playing to suddenly have like a new theology to teach us. Oh, we want questioner. Focus on what we know about the suspect. Is he or she suspicious? Concentrate on that. I am suspicious. Why are you suspicious? Gather impressions from the suspect. Every impression adds a new question line. So many options. Detective meter is your best friend. It shows how well the questioning is going. Keep it on the positive side. I like that. Plus 100.
I must be cautious and
Oh my god, forward-facing Sunny.
seem shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
I like when they just flip the sprite work, because this same button is undone.
It's on the other side.
Yeah, it was on the other side before. Okay.
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
Doubtful, but okay.
So hasn't told us anything. Which part of...
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills?
Calavera,
Flowerville,
yeah.
maybe? You're
I
not
think
very
the top
confident. Are
one,
you sure you're
maybe?
all right?
Yeah, let's not go confident. I would rather do the first one.
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills? Flowerville, maybe?
Look, I don't want to answer that. I'm here on behalf of my employer, and not on personal business.
Fair point, Deborah. Let's try a different approach.
I mean, it's still positive, I think, right? Is that what that is?
Yeah, I think it raised up a little bit. Yeah, why did you visit me? The bottom one's just like, shut up and talk.
Stop playing the frightened prey, sunshine, and start singing.
Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but I still have common sense.
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also important to you.
A message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even you are.
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
Okay. Plus 10. Were you born and raised in Clawville? Seems irrelevant. Why did you come visit me? Why not your employer herself? Do you even know what you want? I don't know, maybe 2.
I feel like the middle one, yeah.
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
Okay. What do you want from me?
The
How did
second
you
one
get
is
this
irrelevant.
address? I'm sure it's not intentional, but are you toying with me? What exactly did you expect coming here to meet me? I mean, 4 is kind of interesting.
2, 3. Well, isn't 4? Isn't she just asking, "Hey, can you figure out who's sending these messages?"
Yeah, I guess
Isn't that what
so.
she
But then
wants?
why would? But then I mean, 1 and 4 are kind of saying the same thing, right?
Yeah, I think 1 and 4 say the same thing.
I mean, I feel well. 4 might be like, how do you feel about me? Shy, doubtful,
If you wanna
frightened,
do
and
4.
hiding something.
If you want to try 4, sure. I think 3 is actually because he's like, you have to now like get her to fess up or whatever. But I would say if you want, go 4. If you're thinking 4.
I don't understand what you mean.
Like I do like because I think it's interesting. He says, I'm sure it's not intentional, but I don't like the toying one, but you're leading me on, kind of like you know more than you're telling me, but that's not what that's saying. So
Right.
that's why I'm like 4 is okay.
What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
I expected your help, just like my mistress said.
Oh, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping to find in a place like this?
Someone reliable
Well, I am reliable.
and discreet
That's right.
and thorough
What's happening?
I don't know.
and has a heart of gold.
Okay, let's stop it right there.
Okay, so she was buttering him up, and then he was like, hold on. This is too risky, I can't take the case. Are you in some sort of jam? Do you think you're cut out for this kind of work? Let's pretend you never found me. I mean, 2, I guess.
2 is the only one that I'm like,
Are you
okay.
in some sort of jam?
Nothing of the sort. There are simply things better left unsaid.
Then you're wasting my time.
I trust your instincts. You'll manage it.
Yeah, and I have no other choice, right?
To be honest, no, Mr. Featherland, not really.
Have you ever felt truly vulnerable?
What are some of these options? I don't.
I'm about to say, like, I'm a chicken. I'm not a predator. I mean, I'm like A, woman, B, an impala. So it's like, yes, I'm sure she's felt vulnerable.
Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino, I'll explain everything.
I have no doubt
Just not
about
right
that.
now.
You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other.
If you won't come clean, what's the point in all of this? Didn't she just say she'll explain everything?
Yeah, well, maybe she'll explain everything if we get it all the way up. The detective meter? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
That's
fully understand what the
just-
detective meter is for, considering that it's only going up by like 10 points at a time.
Yeah, and they didn't explain to us if it needs to be 100% before we can, like, you know.
Finish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, my assumption is either you need to get to 100 in order to finish,
Or you need to keep it above, like I wonder if you're below that line and you're going into the negatives. I wonder if, if it becomes like a chance that they'll just like leave, like just stop the conversation early or something. I don't know.
I think that's reasonable.
I genuinely don't know which one to say, because I do want her to just fucking tell me what she's talking about. You know?
Then just say 2.
Yeah. Because, like, if I say 1, she's just gonna be like, because I said so. Right?
Yeah, like, you just have to trust that I'm telling you the
If you
truth.
won't come clean, what's the point of all this?
But, Mr. Featherland,
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I'm way too old for this game.
please, just think again. For me and my mistress's sake.
Oh. Oh!
Okay.
Huge minus 40!
But we're still being... Okay, we still have to ask this
Tell me,
question.
Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Heh, smart answer. Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid
There was
of.
literally only one option.
You know,
No, but it's, like,
Mr. Featherland,
weird.
My mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him,
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
exactly.
Feathery god.
The guy's a rat, and
So you get it now.
she's a cat.
The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all.
But, like, what was the
Wessler.
point of...
This little piece of the puzzle.
All of
This
the
might have
others?
just been tutorial.
Okay, yeah, because I'm thinking, I'm like, they have to show you
Oh!
it being correct.
Questions asked
Okay,
10.
when
Focus accuracy 60%?
I imagine if we had literally just picked up the other one, right? They would have just given us 100. Like, I wonder, could
think
you
so?
just maybe, yeah, retry? I want to actually just see what the difference is. Could you
must be
retry just to do
cautious.
that? So do the same thing we did before. Uh,
2?
oh, see, that I don't think is focus. Maybe. But this one, the other one, the not very confident one doesn't make sense. So just click, just keep going. Yeah. If you want.
Oh, yeah, because it tells us what our focus is at that time.
Yeah.
Why did
You know,
Why not your employer? Yeah.
why did you?
my,
Of course.
What did you get from meeting me here? Right?
That was what we wanted, right?
Yeah.
What exactly? Okay.
Are you in some sort of jam?
Are you in?
no, to be honest,
First one, yeah.
You see?
Well, okay, now just say, tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
look,
You. Smart ass.
Yeah, it's still going up.
Be on.
You-
If
I maybe, okay, so now let's check to see what this says.
90. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Important clue. The employer, Natasha's current significant other, is the infamous gangster Ibn Wessler. So that's what we got out of that. That was her secret, I guess. The legendary Chicken Police back in action. Still a bit weary, but untarnished. Good work.
And if you look at it, by the way, our focus accuracy is still not 100, but we still got the 5 stars. So there is like some.
There is a little
space
wiggle room,
for-
which is good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we got so many details. Okay. Mysterious messenger, Mysteria Menez's employer, is a certain Miss Natasha Katsenko. Is Ibn Wessler. The employer, current state of others, infamous gangster, Ibn Wessler. We got that. Okay, cool. She's afraid and secretive, or she's just secretive and an outstanding actress. In any case, not everything she told me is true. I'm sure about that. Okay. Her employer currently bolsters the ranks of Ibn Wessler, to put it mildly. This explains the cloud of fear surrounding Miss Ibanez. Oh, right. So that's why she is... Okay, so that's weird, though. Okay, so I guess in the context of how this would work in real life, he wrote this down in his notebook and then later discovered that she was actually afraid, not just acting. That's my interpretation of what this means. Because obviously, in a video game sense, this no longer makes total sense because we know that she's afraid because Katsenko's significant other is a gangster. But if you're writing this down like with pen or pencil, then yeah, it would be difficult to go back. Natasha Katsenko, Felis Catus. Special feature. She has remarkably green eyes and is definitely in trouble. So am I.
No.
She is the employer of Ibanez. Allegedly, she's receiving serious threats. Currently the girlfriend of the notorious gangster Ibn Wessler. This explains a lot of things, mainly the excessive secrecy. That makes sense. Hobart Ibn Wessler. Species, Rattus rattus. Special feature, good-looking, charismatic, and a clucking gangster. Let's go. One of the most well-known gangsters in Clawville. Real estate mogul, bank director, museum owner, distillate smuggler, and information broker. And that's only half of what I heard about him. He has his dirty little paws everywhere in the city's underworld. A lot of this stuff is like not illegal. Like, how are you a gangster but then also a bank director?
I don't know how the mafia works, so I'm not sure what to say.
That's it.
The only, I think, crazy, but interesting things that I don't really like. You can't tell old the animals are because they're animal faces.
True. You'd have to tell. Well, you would have to tell by looking at them and then gauging the human body, right?
Yeah. So like, I think only because of what the detective said, he's like, I'm too old for this. So I'm like, I don't know.
Well, he sounds old as well. He sounds like an old fart.
Old fart.
My bedroom.
Oh yeah, wait, how do I leave? Oh, can I just speak now?
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints, you know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman.
Okay, so Kat is Russian. And it's the Tsar Club. Oh my god, I love the idea of cabaret rhinoceros.
What's the second one?
What? It's like the second animal?
Yeah.
I think it's like an otter?
I mean, maybe.
Because it's like, that's clearly like a pigeon, that's a rhino, obviously, that's like a cheetah or a leopard, and I think that's like an otter.
Leopard, yeah. Okay.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames, like an eternally dark hole in the wall, a missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby, the waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Mr. Featherland?
Look at his face!
He's in
Oh my god, look at his
shock.
eye! His eye, they like photoshopped his
He's
eye to be way
enamored.
bigger.
You all right?
What
It's like
the
someone
hell is
drew a
this
line
supposed to
in
mean?
front of him and he's frozen.
True, they drew a line away from his face and he just like laid down.
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Blackmail towards him?
Molly was the name of his ex-wife, who, from his
Oh, yeah,
perspective, has
blackmail.
nothing to do with this. So why would Katasha or whatever be like, hey,
Katrina?
Catalina, what's her name?
I don't know.
Katsenko. Katsenko.
Okay. I will say I haven't trust all three of the
Natasha
other ones we've done
Katsenko.
is Kat. Katrina.
Blackmail.
Catalina.
Don't play innocent with me.
But
All right. When can I visit?
visit me?
Not you, Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable?
That's where she
Or
lives.
does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I like how poorly the leather jacket fits.
Yeah, it's like too tight.
It's way too tight on whoever the like body actor was.
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko, but there's one.
I wonder if they
small
use like
problem,
their
Mr.
own
Featherland.
people for the like the
We will
bodies.
we'll have to gauge, I guess, just based on like body types. I mean, like this game clearly has enough production to afford like multiple people, but like I don't know. I guess just keep an eye out because like this is just like dude, right? This is just like generic dude. You could just put on a different outfit and it would be totally fine. Like this body type is a little bit easier to recognize, I guess, but I don't know. Maybe like could you
Not
imagine
on
if
the
Katsenko had the exact same body, but she was wearing like a suit so it looked different, right?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, maybe keep an eye out on the hands.
Westfield.
If there's anything specific.
Hands, that's a good idea.
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Our
person
rabbit
info.
friend.
Clues. I'll find Natasha at the Tsar Club. Natasha must know my wife Molly from somewhere, or perhaps she's very good informants. I must find out what the connection is.
So did his wife divorce him, or just like
yes, Saba, we
disappear
knew
with
that
his
from
kid?
this. This is his wife.
Where do you live?
No, I know. What I'm saying is that like, was she like
he
mysteriously
said-
poof disappeared?
Saba, when the
Or
lights
is he just,
when the
like, actively
when the
hiding
lights were
from
off,
them?
he said, "Why did you leave with my daughter?"
Okay, then I'm assuming it's like a like sudden out of nowhere rather than like it was a
I
process.
mean, if it's
and
classic
he
noir
just-
stuff, it's probably he was working too much, and so she left. That's like a super noir trope, right? I don't know how familiar you are with
I
the
can see
genre,
that.
but
Probably like normal, average. Lewis
Lewis C. Hayworth,
I know,
Rabbit,
is Lewis.
an old friend of mine. He is stuttering. He is stuttering heavily when he talks.
I believe
Lewis is the
correct
owner of the
phrase is
once
stutters
reputable
happy.
Atlas Hotel and a good old friend of mine. At the moment, he's my landlord. It's only the two of us living in this undeniably enormous hotel. He's crazy about detective stories, and he gladly helps me whenever I ask him. That's awesome.
Oh, they own the entire. That's cool.
Lewis's number is
555
555-932, so I can call him.
932. My name
She owns
is
the Czar.
Lewis. I love the. I am not a jack-o'-lantern. My name is Lewis. They
Where's
do
it say
really good
that?
things. No, not this. In real life. Have you not seen the giant jack-o'-lantern named Lewis? It was like what is it? I think it happened a year ago. That's when Lewis first popped up. Well, okay, I'll find him for you.
Okay.
Jack-o'-lantern
One of the most famous nightclubs in the city, or...
Lewis.
Excuse you? Owners of the juiciest booties and hardest fists frequent the place.
Wow.
Juiciest booties. And it's famous for not serving cops except if they're knee deep in dirt. Interesting.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Lewis arrived a few
There
minutes
you go.
later. He
That's
lived in
Lewis.
the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult
Oh,
getting
look at
here.
that.
Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his
Okay.
inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
Yeah, that's a rabbit guy.
There he is.
Oh, wearing gloves again. Interesting. All right.
I am not a
I am
jack-o'-lantern.
not a jack-o'-lantern.
My name is Lewis.
What? What the? Why?
I don't know. It was great last year, man. I love him. He's
I
he's
am
not
not
a
a jack-o'-lantern. My name is Lewis. Like, what? Who wrote this?
It's good. I don't know, but I love it.
The good old rabbit. I can always count on him, even on New Year's Eve. Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
She's gonna be dead next time we see her.
I'm about to say, wouldn't it be crazy if Lewis was immediately like murdered or like part of the conspiracy?
Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in the city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station.
I kind of like the idea that
He'll be
like
willing to talk to me.
he married another bird. So as long as it's like within the giant species of like, oh, birds can marry birds. Yeah, it doesn't have to be this technically.
But I
the
mean,
same
there's a
species.
cat dating a rat.
Oh my god, you're right.
Like, we've only
So
seen
funny.
2 relationships so far. I think it's a Zootopia thing. I think it doesn't matter. Also, if you look at his crest or whatever on his head, it has a hole punch like he's a domestic rooster.
Also, they have a kid. What's the kid like? I want to know that.
Is it a parrot or is it a chicken? Or is it a chicken parrot? Straight up do not know. Well, I'll go to the police department. Oh, Judy. The HQ of the department, aka the meat grinder, a huge dark building for shady people. I don't necessarily mean those who are sitting in the jail. Oh my god. Scene types. Main scenes. Main scenes move the story forward. These scenes also determine which locations open up or close down. You need to complete all of these if you want to beat the game. Good to know. Limited scenes. Limited scenes are open for a specific duration, which is determined by the main story progression. If you are a completionist, be sure to visit all of them before you move on to the next main scene. Closed scene. Closed scenes cannot be reached for the time being. The state will often change throughout the story progression and can be temporary or permanent. Top tip. Click the next main scene if you're absolutely sure you don't want to visit any of the available limited scenes anymore. You may not be able to visit them later.
That is by definition what it means to be limited.
Okay, so we only have the one, so we're just gonna go.
It was New Year's Eve, and I was driving, half drunk, risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was...
Yeah, see, look, Molly's the picture.
days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out
hey, color!
of the hotel
what?
room I call home, I see the same thing every day.
Maybe we can see it. Just you
A
care?
woman in a red nightgown.
I'm assuming, well, if the whole world is in black and white, I can only assume things in color just mean that it's, like, I don't know,
9 o'clock
significant,
show.
I guess.
With a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly
need to look this
eating
up.
itself alive. And we're still
Starring Santino Featherland,
here. But our sanity.
Marty McChicken,
The smart ones had already gone.
and Natasha Katsenko. Okay, so she's like a third main character, I
Upset me
guess.
this much. All those years of solitude, and I still jump without
Apparently,
question every
chickens
time I
can
do
see
it.
many more colors and shades than we do. So him
My ex
losing his vision is
But I know I
crazy.
have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?
I don't know how to pronounce these names. Chapter 1, Detour. Ooh, nice effect.
I knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
Oh, porcupine.
And hedgehog?
Phyllis and Roy's. Two hedgehogs with an arrogance.
One of those is not a hedgehog.
They're as prickly as they look. Officious little shitheads, but harmless.
Oh, officious. That's not a word I hear often.
Well, look at that. Hey, Sonny, what you scratching out over here? I heard the big boss threw you out.
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bird. By the way, you're on luck. Blood Boil's not in tonight. Malloy is in charge.
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it. You looking for Marty, eh?
Wait, they're both doing the same gesture. You see that?
Like they've got.
Well, it's arm forward, 2 fingers pointing.
No, like there's like a gun, like a finger gun.
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
Oh, this is the... So this little guy here is the person we were trying to hawk what's-her-face off to for a second there. Ibanez?
Oh.
Where he was like, I'm retired. Go talk to Fillmore Hoffman or whatever. It's this guy. It's
You're still
Phyllis.
the funny guy around here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range. As always.
Hey, Royce. I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
I'm sorry, what did he say?
He called Marty, the other chicken cop, he called him a giant feather duster. Which
feather duster, okay.
Which, I mean, you know, I don't know how a world of animal people works, but, you know, apparently it's racist, which I guess makes sense.
I'd love to see that. Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
Poster.
Every time this poster disappears, good old Blood Boil puts it right back immediately. I tore it down at least 3 times already. Actually, it's a kind of passive-aggressive game for us with the chief.
Public service for the crown for the king. There's a king and he's a lion. Who would have guessed?
I like that the dogs are also
dog,
mainly.
and then some cat, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having it be dogs makes sense, I guess.
Well, real life police use dogs too, so I'm
yeah. Well, I mean, there's also a lot of symbolism in calling them dogs and stuff. Wow, dude, the contrast of this is awesome. You see how sharp the difference between the
really
blacks
bright,
and the whites
yeah.
are? That's crazy.
Yeah.
In the day, I used to patrol the city
Well,
streets in
since
one
it's
of
black
these.
and white,
I don't miss
mainly
it,
it's just value play,
but it
right?
used to have
So
its advantages.
higher
Yeah.
contrast is better. That's an art thing for
This happened when that
watchers.
old bloodhound
Higher
Blood
contrast
Boil
is
was
better.
promoted to
No one
chief
watches
police.
this garbage.
I went back to one of the thing where that one person came in and was asking all the writing questions, which I was like totally cool, but then just asked whether or not I would do a writing workshop. I was like, where did that come from? Like, I'm just kind of chilling here. I'll chat about it, but
I could give you 2 guesses as to why that person randomly asked you if you would do a writing workshop.
well, I saw their thing, and they actually have. Well, I don't personally remember. I was like, they had like a pretty decent amount of followers, and I think they were doing writing stuff. So I was like, oh. Which I was like, I don't know why you came to me, who has like quarter or like way less followers than you, to ask me about
Here we
writing
are
questions,
again.
but I'm flattered, I
Clawville
guess.
Police Department. I've
Clawville.
never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this place has been a church, a hospital, and even some insane cult.
Hey, recycling a building. That's better than just tearing it
The place
down.
holds the secrets of the ages, and some drunk pigs in the basement.
Or those like the people who do the.
It might also be literal. Like, I genuinely do not know.
I was like, are those like the archivists? Is that who's at the bottom?
Look, and my cone
Well, it said drunk, so I'm assuming it's just the holding,
means anything good.
like holding cells.
Oh, that's reasonable. Yeah.
So the 4 animal races that are represented are some sort of cat, some sort of bird.
Is that a cat or is that like a boar?
This?
No, that's a
With the
cat. No,
fucking
that's a
long
cat.
tail and the mane? It's a lion, Saba.
I have to like look at it real closely. It's a relatively small image.
Some sort of wolf, so that's clearly dog. And then I don't know what this is. Is that like a horse or a
That looks
sheep?
like a
I guess
sheep.
it looks like a sheep. So does that mean
It's a
that
sheep.
must mean like equine or something like that, right? Like hooved animal?
Yeah, and then bird.
Yeah, and then bird, because that's like a heron or a swan or something. Well, not a swan. Swans don't have long, so it must be like a heron or a stork.
Crane. Stork is cool. Yeah.
Officer Jardine.
Honor, strength, unity. For the love of the wild gods, I'm gonna be sick.
It'd be sick.
We used one of these as target practice once. Not out of disrespect. We were just too damn drunk.
It's very upsetting
mean-
to hear how often they're shooting while drunk. Yo, you want to talk to Monica?
Monica Rosen. Receptionist in theory, but in reality, she's doing literally everything around here. Like the beating heart of the PD. She's too good for this place.
Hopefully
Even
she's
for
getting
this
paid
city.
properly.
Hey, Monica.
You a
Is she a
hummingbird?
hummingbird?
Yeah, must be a hummingbird.
Yeah.
She's also moving twitchy, so.
Hey, Boss Bird. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be celebrating somewhere?
Every day's a holiday since I got out of here.
I can tell. But what are you doing here? Are you here for a file? You know, I'm a little busy right now.
Yeah, you could look after a few things for me, but first I'd like to talk to Mr. Big Beak McChicken himself. Those two prickly assholes.
Big Beak.
Okay, so
Mac chicken.
cluck is fuck, and I guess beak is dick in this context.
Like always. And if he carries on like that, he's gonna use up all our ammo. So it would be nice if you drag him out of there. You know how this day is for him.
For him?
You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so just sign here and you're good to go.
Thank you, darling.
Don't mention it, Boss Bird.
That's fun. They have a nice rapport.
Marty drinks this shit. I've never tried it, but
A
I'm pretty
water?
sure it's gross. And probably...
Well, it's vending machine, so I don't know what it. Yeah, because there's a thing, and then there's a vending machine right next to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a weird visual.
Mort Bosco Barkman, and he's a dog.
Yeah, at least what I could say, that Mort guy, he looks old. He's got a hunch. That I can. But the
Hey.
dog, I don't know.
You know what, Saba? Fuck you. He's also a lizard guy.
Officer Jardine. They say she's clever, smart, and dangerous. We need more of her kind in here.
We need more dangerous people. It's true.
some sort of cougar, I guess. Panther.
One of Blood Boil's
Mountain lion?
Maybe
Yeah.
because
Well, mountain lion is a cougar, is a puma. They're all the same animal.
I like this. Just I keep on adding like more labels of what a mountain lion can be. I like that the list just grew.
Well, I mean, they are though. They're all. The
I know, but it's like, yeah, you said cougar, and I was like, yeah, mountain lion. You're like, yeah, cougar, mountain lion, puma. They're all the same thing.
He's just a lapdog.
I love all the puns they're
A
making.
notorious deadbeat. Poor guy's been blind since his teenage years, but that doesn't stop him from running into trouble. What the cluck did he do this time?
Let's talk to Bosco, I guess.
The funny thing is that like, why not just curse? Curse before. Is that hair on his arm?
Oh my!
Is that
It's
like
his
that
fur coming out of his sleeves. Man, I really dislike how big his head is for his body.
Hello to you too,
crazy.
Bosco. I see you're busy as always.
I've been sniffing around one of the rundown joints. You know how it goes. And boom, this son of a lizard comes flying out the window. I didn't know the lizards could fly. So,
There's like
Mort was
one
being a bad boy
lizard
again.
species that like glides around, I think.
I'm still a cop for another 121 days, Bosco. It's as unpleasant to me as it is to you.
All right. No need to bite. I wasn't trying to mess with you. You have Moses and Plato for that. And of course, Blood Boil.
Let's hope I won't
What a
run into
pleasant
any of
name.
them tonight.
Looking for Marty, eh? Ever since you left, he's kind of lost. He's trying to hide it, but he's not the same bird.
Well, I don't think we'll have a teary reunion, thinking about how we parted.
Let me give you some advice, Sonny.
Oh, did they fight each other?
You'll be the same after that.
Clearly, or maybe it was like they were both wounded / traumatized that they
No,
just kind of
Saba. It
parted.
said Saba. The thing said that the chicken police, the duo, ended in a brawl, like a barroom brawl. I thought they were fighting other people, but now this suggests to me that they fought each other.
Oh, okay.
It's not that simple, Bosco, but we'll see how he reacts. Thanks anyway.
No worries, pal.
Yo, Mort.
Mort, you scabious beast.
Oh my god, I hate lizard with hair, eyebrow
Just
and
a
chin
little
hair.
eyebrow and goatee, you know?
Not goatee.
Morty to you, sonny boy.
everything.
Oh, how stereotypical.
Was just a bit of trouble in the bar, and someone got knocked on the head with a glass. It wasn't my fault. I'm as blind as a bat, am I right?
Did that ever bother you, Morty?
Listen, sonny boy, go tell them to leave me alone, eh? It's New Year's Eve after all, and I didn't even do anything wrong.
Oh, his arms are like get scaly.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was his plaid shirt, but you're right, it is scales.
Where's your little lapdog to get you out of this mess? Is that little pimp of a midget still sniffing around
Pimp
you?
of a midget?
Jeez.
Jesse,
I don't even think I've heard of that. I don't even know if that's a phrase, but okay.
believe me.
Oh, God.
My name is
spare me the
Jeff.
details. When will you finally realize that little shit's been using you?
Oh, of course he's using me. What could a pretty boy like him want from this old monster, eh? Still, Sonny, I have no one else. Do you understand that? Don't
Jew.
Even you deserve better, pal. By the way, you look horrible, even for yourself. Are you feeling
By the
okay?
way, you're ugly. That's not the same thing, but still, the idea that they're both bad.
But neither are you, judging from your voice. But I'm seeing a doctor, sonny boy. I really am. Are you?
Don't need to, Mort. I'm fine. Anyway, if Bubo prescribed you something, don't even think about taking it.
I don't talk to that insane owl.
Damn right.
Please, say something on my behalf, okay? I really don't have time for this detective buffalo shit.
Hey, careful with that. Buffalo Malloy is the chief today.
Like I care.
I'll try to speak for you, but keep it down till then, okay? You don't need this shit, and I don't need it either.
Sonny boy, you've always been a good friend.
More like a clucking pigeon. I'm
Okay.
really not in the mood to meet Deputy Malloy, or any of my ex-colleagues from the Predatory Division.
Okay. We have a
he's
lot
just a
to catch up. 13 peoples! Carlton
Special
Phyllis.
feature, I hate him.
He is a hedgehog. And this one's a porcupine. He said hedgehog to both of them,
I
though.
hate him almost as much as I hate his partner, Phyllis.
Damn. A real little ass plug. He's too small for of a fish in an ocean to be worth bribing. Big and dumb. It resembles my partner Marty a little, except that Roy's doesn't have a kind heart. Aw.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't seen enough of him, but okay.
Chowhound Nadas. Boscarelli. Special feature. They say he's able to devour anything that crosses his path. That's why he got the nickname Chowhound. Okay. Detective Bosco, alias Bosco. He works in the Predatory Division, as do I, or as I used to be more precise. Okay? Yep, hummingbird. She can watch over thousands of things at once, and she is an angel. That would be really interesting if, because like, what's her? Does it say her age and all? I don't think so, right?
I don't think so, yeah.
That would be kind of fucked up if like she's really, really good at her job because hummingbirds are super hyperactive, right? But then she like dies at 27.
Oh,
Well, because hummingbirds have very short lives, right?
oh, I love hummingbirds.
They're very pretty, but that's what happens when your heart beats at literally like 40,000 beats per minute or whatever. The soul and heart, that feels wrong, of the police department. She is a hummingbird in theory, but many say she's a real angel who fell from the sky. When I used to come to the station daily, her presence was the sugar in my bitter morning coffee.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he's a Komodo. Okay, I thought he was going to be Gila monster, but no, he's a Komodo dragon, straight up. He is old and blind, and and an unreparable wreck.
Unrepairable? Reparable? I don't know.
I say reparable. Repairable is also fair.
Light-fingered bastard.
He's blind as a bat, but also one of the biggest scoundrels the city has ever seen. He could have been a good guy, but got lost somewhere halfway, and now he's too old to save himself. Fair, I guess. There is something. There was some fight in a club where Mort was at. What a surprise! He's an old friend, so I can put in a good word for him. Oh, okay. So the actual chief of police is a bloodhound. which is why it makes sense why he shows preferential treatment to other dogs, which is what it said earlier when we were talking to Bosco.
How do you pronounce the first name?
Lucius?
So I think the first time I saw this name, now when I'm hearing Lucius, I'm like, sure, right? But because the first time in my brain pronounced this as, I think, Lucius.
Yeah, it could also be. I mean, Lucius is usually a more like non-American foreign pronunciation. Like I had a guy that I worked with at the warehouse whose last name was Lucius, or Lucius.
Wilford
Male, special feature,
Woodward.
chief is a real legend. He also hates me. Reginald B. Boobo. He's an eagle.
Boobo.
What the fuck? What the fuck is an eagle owl? Is that real?
I think I've heard of that. Yeah,
Is that a real
I
thing?
can find a. I think they're just like pretty big. Yeah, Eurasian eagle owl. They're the big goofy guy.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Fair enough. Oh my god, they have a button to hear what they sound like?
Yeah, I just saw that. Oh, I love that. Aww.
What a delightful little thing. See why doesn't Google do more stuff like that and less things where it's like, hey, here's a shitty auto-generated response from our AI platform.
You can go hear what a real bald eagle sounds like because it doesn't sound like what.
True. The normal thing
like.
that like movies and stuff use for the screech of an eagle is actually just a red falcon because it sounds way cooler. Because I think the real screech of the real call of an eagle, I think it just goes like, I think, or something. Moses is a Tibetan sand fox, and Plato is a palace cat. They're old rivals of Sonny and Marty, currently working at Clawville PD's homicide division. Okay. It's interesting. So it's just rivals. Alright, Saba, you ready to proceed?
Yes.
This is gonna be a hard ride. Last time we saw each other, he had a smoking gun in his hand.
Oh my god, okay.
I don't know how we can get past that, but it's worth a try.
Oh, is the hole in my crest a bullet hole?
Oh. Another chicken man.
They have cop pin up. What the? I do not like that tail.
Yeah, the fact that it. Normally, whenever I see like
normally
it's just
like
a hole there.
Yeah, normally in furry art, you would just
tail.
have a hole, not have it come out from her butt crack.
Long thighs and a big gun.
That's
Marty's
a
idea of a
hole
perfect
or what's her name?
Can't blame him for it.
Keep your gun clean, lawman. Wait, what does the note say? Hey you, if you let the ammunition box, or if you, yeah, it says if you let open again, I'll kick your clucking ass, says Marty. Okay, so Marty's just really into guns, which I guess makes sense. Big Bertha 2, Linda, Claudia, Susie.
Susie.
Well, Marty calls her Susie, and I have to say, this little she-devil pulled us out of many tough situations over the years. Claudia, tiny, dark, and angry.
Claudia.
And hits you where it hurts the most. I believe this piece is forbidden. Cops can't use it, but this is Marty's personal collection, so it doesn't matter. At least nobody has ever complained. Her Majesty Big Bertha. Or rather, Big Bertha 2, because there was one before her. A sawed-off little broad, but we lost her in a swamp. Marty cried for a week. But once he saw this giant lady here, the balance of the universe was restored.
A lot of affection for guns.
I was just about to go when you came in, so if you want shooting practice, maybe turn on the lights first.
You're right. I'm gonna do that.
I should probably talk to you before doing shooting practice, huh?
Marty looks good.
Also, he sounds really young.
As always.
At least compared to us.
Hey, Marty.
Oh, well, look who's here. Hello, Boss Bird. Were you lost? This is the PD building, you know?
Cut the shit, Marty. We're better than this.
Well, at least you are. Better than anyone, huh?
Marty, come on, let's forget that. What's past is past.
Easy for you to say, Sonny.
Damn it, Marty, you shot me, remember? I almost...
Damn it, Marty, you shot me, and I'm trying to broker peace!
That is,
I remember. Unfortunately, my aim wasn't good enough.
I need your help, okay? That's what you want to hear.
Well, it's a start.
Okay, I've said it. I won't do it again.
Yeah, right.
So, are you in? Just for tonight. Small case. We'll wrap it up in no time.
What kind of case?
A personal one.
How personal?
Very. The kind of case where if you come with me right now, you're not on duty anymore.
Ooh, damn, Sonny. Stop it right there. I'm in.
okay, as soon as it's like, you're not gonna be on the job, if he's like, yeah, off the case,
You know how
or
boring
off
life
job.
is here without your stupid, reckless shit? Soon enough, I'll shoot all the ammo in here out of boredom. Right, so, tell me, what's it about?
I'll tell you in the car.
Ooh, can I bring Bertha?
Ah, for the love of... Marty, this is a routine case. You can't bring your shotgun, okay? Bertha stays.
Okay. But at least
He's
Susie
a
can come,
he's a
right?
little trigger happy.
Seems very militant.
All right, Susie can come.
That's what I want to hear.
Oh, okay. Fighting stance. Oh, I can actually do shooting practice.
Do it, Zach.
What? Aim your gun at enemies and avoid shooting hostages. Simple as that. Shooting enemy increases your
You know what
points and
this
remaining
means?
time.
It'll happen later in the game.
Absolutely,
so
this is definitely a mechanic. While hitting hostages does the opposite. It's all up to you. Choose wisely and fire away. You'll need to reload your gun after 6 shots. Just like in the westerns, but even faster. Okay. How do I reload, though?
Oh my!
I'll shoot you for doing that accent. Fuck.
I'm just a ladybird. I can't believe it. That bastard hid behind a civilian.
I am straight up shooting some of these guys in the brain. I feel bad about that. The game tried to fuck me up right there. Dude, there's so many enemies. This place is a fucking cesspool.
That's how long it takes.
How much time do I have left?
It keeps on going down every single time you make a shot.
So, like, am I gonna go forever? Like, what's gonna happen? What's happening?
No, you're done. Yeah,
Okay.
you're finished.
Hey, that's not bad. Marty, Marty, the guy who literally spends all of his time shooting. Like, I'm okay with that. I love how because it was Moses and Plato or whatever, right? So it's like Bosco.
Look at that, you're second best. It
I
looks pretty
am
good.
100% okay with that. Again, no props. No props for doing well. Okay.
I believe you got an achievement, so you did
Oh, I
get
did?
something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sharpshooter. Score at least 5K in the shooting range. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful.
So you did get it.
Unusual height and weight for a fowl. Shining white feathers. He shot me once and I deserved it. We've been partners for almost 10 long, hard years. Well, we were, because now he's only helping me unofficially until I wrap up this case. Marty is a hothead with a hard fist, and he's loyal until the end, and I can count on him in every way, especially if guns are in the picture. That's when he reveals his true self, and that's when I don't ever want to get in his way. Not anymore, at least. Yeah, I mean, fair. We're actually kind of filling up the... Like, we've only done one... We're what? We're not even halfway through stream, and we're already filling up this pretty good.
Well, who knows? Maybe you meet everyone sooner than things happen.
We're good.
Sorry. Oh my god, you can talk to the same people multiple times.
We can be after all these years.
Glad to hear it.
She asks a lot about you.
Really?
Yeah. She always hated you for getting me into trouble all the time.
Understandable.
But she also felt sorry for you.
Oh, well, thanks. That's much better.
If I'm honest with you, she loved the chicken police, Marty, better than this one.
Well, I think I'll take that as a compliment.
Whatever, Sonny.
Laura. Marty's fiance, Laura, a beautiful, warm-hearted predator. Okay, so there you go. There's another evidence for you, Saba. I don't know what she sees in Marty, but he's too damn lucky to have such a woman for him. She probably just likes the fact that he's a big cock. That's probably the joke.
Okay. Oh my god.
Still drink coffee?
Yeah, my only poison. Except for guns, of course.
We could visit our old haunt. What do you think?
Oh, a nice cup of Zips coffee and the hop dog. I'm in. Oh, and maybe we'll get into a little fight too, huh?
Wait, what the fuck is a hop dog made out of?
Huh?
Because a hot dog is made of pig, but pig are people.
Oh, hop as in like the grain?
Oh, you think so? Maybe.
I think so.
If it comes to that, I'm leaving you without a blink.
Oh yeah, like last time?
Those were different times, Marty, with a different Sonny.
Well, all right. To the city then.
You don't have to come with me, you know.
Okay, I know. Let's go. Sonny, there's a little problem.
Not so little, and it smells too.
It's the hounds.
Blood Boil doing here?
Well,
or the top dog, I guess.
Yeah, Boyle.
Oh yes, we can. You have your rifle with you, right?
What?
Just kidding. Sort of.
Oh, look at this guy. He's a big dog.
Alright. The place is famous for the exceptional coffee and exceptionally frequent whims that take place around it. Well, it's not an assurance of life operating any joint outside of Roachtown. Oh, so Hop Dog is the name of the diner. Okay. And Zip. Zip is our raccoon. An old enemy who became a good friend over the years. Aw, how nice. Zip H. Murphy. These are good names. What the fuck happened? Oh, where is everyone else?
Things have shifted.
The chief doesn't seem to be in a good mood, but he never is.
I wonder if you can actually not talk to him, you know?
I mean, it does literally give me the option on the map to just leave.
Oof, I gotta say, good old Bosco looks like shit.
Yeah, like a beaten dog.
Well, you, on the other hand, you just got older. Way older.
Shut the cluck up, Marty.
Do you remember when they changed the old coat of arms and we used it as...
Oh, now it's new stuff because we have Marty to talk to.
I remember Blood Boil catching us and almost suspending us because of your stupid shit.
My stupid shit? I remember it was your idea. And you were drunk as hell.
Yeah, and I remember you... Oh, shut the fuck up.
Wait, did he just say fuck?
Yeah, he's cursed. He's cursed at the intro of this game too. That's why I was a little like, I don't understand why you would pun curse if you just actually curse.
Well, that
like,
was the thing. Like, shit, I thought would be whatever, and then ass, I thought they would later reference for donkey, right? Like, I thought that would be like a pun in it itself, and I thought that they would just replace the word fuck with cluck, like all the time. But I think he just said it.
He just does it whenever.
Swamped, buddy.
I've sent the old lizard away. I don't need him to foul the air anymore. I hate his kind anyway.
Well,
okay.
He's a reptile.
No, because he's a good-for-nothing piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And you letting off some steam?
Something like that. We'll go and check out some seedy joint. We're cops after all, ain't we? And this is still Clawville.
That's true, pal. Protect and serve.
Yeesh, get a room, you two.
Ah, shut up, Marty.
I like Marty. I may not care for the trigger happy
maybe next time
thing, but the sass is good. I like the sass.
Oh, do you see that there's like a filter on the screen?
Yeah, it's like the circles, or it could be like, you know, when Rain gets on a camera.
Oh, you think it's like a little... Yeah, because they're drifting around. It looks like dust particles almost. Just like really, really close to the camera.
What a surprise. The two pigeons back together. And without my permission, of course.
Hey, they're going for a drink. Okay?
Why are you have your hands in your pocket like you're the mayor of Coolsville?
Chief Bloodboil.
Damn.
What was that, Santino?
Nothing, sir. What a lovely evening. Am I right?
I don't want to hear your crowing, Santino. What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, careful with the racist barking, old hound.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. Can we just skip this part? It's New Year's after all.
And you're on duty, if I'm not mistaken, Martin. Where do you think you're going?
That's it, boss. To serve and protect. Sonny was in the neighborhood and stopped by to say hi. He's a cop too, right?
Only on paper, and you know that very well, Detective.
I don't want any trouble, boss. I just wanted to say hi to Monica, and then this feather pillow showed up. I invited
So
him to
he's
grab
okay calling him a feather pillow.
Well, I mean, not to be too keen on it, but like a black person can say certain things to other black people, I guess, right?
Well, I won't reference real life, but still, it's not great.
No, but I mean, like, I think that's the idea, right?
Okay.
Oh, just a coffee, boss. I swear. Oh, have a heart. It's New Year's Eve, and I haven't seen my old partner for so long.
They're both doing the same animation again.
Yeah, if last time he shot him, I don't know how long it's been, but wow, they cleared the air up real fast.
Question: how many fingers does Sonny have?
I think it's still 5. I just think the angle puts
the index finger behind the other one.
Yeah.
How touching. You shot him with a shotgun, if I remember.
What?
Family quarrel.
For all the marrow bones of the world, get the hell out of my sight.
Have a lovely evening.
Marrow bones?
It's a dog treat, or not dog treat, but it's like a, things dogs chew on. But I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
What's with everybody not having all their buttons done?
You especially. Fuck off right now, Santino.
Fuck off right now, Santino.
When you left...
When Blood Boil kicked me out, you mean?
Yeah. So, that affected even her.
Why? Because she can do her job in peace, finally?
You know that's not what I mean.
Yeah, I guess.
No, what does it mean? You can't be playing these games.
I think Sunny just has a lot of affection for Monica. And, like, I think the implication with that one was that he's constantly, like, bothering her because he just likes spending time.
Stay safe, boys. I'm glad to see you two together again.
I'm afraid you're alone with that.
Hey, don't make me change my mind.
You won't, Marty. I bet you can't wait to get mixed up in some serious trouble again.
Yep, that's true.
I'm serious, boys. Be careful out there.
She's also in on the conspiracy.
We can take care
It is New Year's, okay?
Mostly.
Okay, but take care of each other, too.
Will do, Monica.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, I guess we're done.
I guess so.
People. Blood Boil. Look at his face. Look at his dog-ass face. He's my boss and the living statue of justice. He's tough, ruthless, and above all, unbribable. And of course, he's a racist bastard. But still, I don't want to be here when he retires to witness how chaos devours Clawville for good.
I wish they, like, made, like, a word like speciesist or something, you know? Just make up
Well, they
something
did
new.
call them races earlier. And I mean, like, given the modern definition of what race means, it actually makes way more sense in this context than it does in real life. So,
That's
I
also
guess.
reasonable, but I think it could be cool to, like, you know, make up like a new word like that for like the game.
I don't think they made up like a whole new theology, so I very much agree with you. They very easily could have just made a new word. You know, something stupid like cryptid or whatever.
What is it?
Mythid.
Mythid, yeah. Mythids are cool though, as long as the word doesn't sound.
That's why I guess that was my joke. Was
Really
that
weird.
the
No,
words-
I know. At least Mythid's easy to say, as long as it's like not difficult.
Temporary.
Ooh.
Oh, multiple
Temporary.
temporaries. So we gotta go. So we gotta do hot dog, and then we gotta go back to the hotel.
I wonder how, if you were to wait, how long it would take for us to zoom in, or if it'll just keep zooming in.
Now you asked.
Yeah. Oh, is it
it's
slowing down?
down.
Okay, stop.
Now it's done.
Yeah. Well, that was fun.
That's kind of neat.
Dog was like the last warning. You can still turn back. My eyes lingered on the sign. An enormous dog. Like a neon god with limitless power.
Like a neon god.
Dogs, plastic hamburgers, and watered down coffee.
Oh no, they're just called hot dogs. Yeah, this is the
Light
store.
called me. But I didn't want to get out of the car.
But what are they made out of?
We were all
I
gonna
see. This is the. I think this is just a.
kept together by
Don't think about it.
You think it's a don't think about it?
Marty's
I think it's a don't think about it. I think it's the real world, and these guys just all happen to be animals.
Was I talking to myself again?
I like the idea that Marty just starts speaking, being like, "Yeah, you were."
Yeah, yeah. He just like pops up in the corner, like, "Yes, Sonny, you're talking to yourself. I'm worried about you." Oh, Bug!
It's Fly Guy.
It's Fly Guy. 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. all days. Yo,
The
sequel
time?
bait, Saba, sequel bait.
There used to be such life around here before it became an insect ghetto.
That was a very long time ago, Marty.
I was a little chick, and the hop dog had the best pancakes in the entire city.
Well, since Zip became the owner, the cook, and the waitress, I imagine it's all gone downhill.
True.
But at least the coffee's good.
That's right. I have no idea what that mongrel's doing with it, and I don't want to know, but its aroma is unbeatable.
He's drugging you. You
You know
may
what I was
want to
thinking,
look
actually?
into it.
In this world, could you not wouldn't this world have a much easier access to vegan meat? Because, like, imagine you're a pig person, right? Imagine you're a pig person and it's like, delicious, right? And it's like, hey, if you voluntarily go for this surgery, we will take off giant chunks of, like, fat and muscle, and you will survive and we'll pay you for it, right?
That'd be crazy.
Like, could you imagine what the organ, like, trafficking would look like in a world full of animal people? Where it's like, I love beef so much, I'm gonna kidnap this cow woman and kill her and eat her. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, because that's the thing, right? Only their heads are, I mean, I guess in this case, his arms are also, but, like, from what we saw,
I don't think from our perspective, it's just their heads. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's like, I don't even know they would do anything.
It's almost kind of insane that literally the first, well, second, I guess, because we saw Sunny in the intro, but it's actually kind of insane that literally the second person we saw their physical transition of, like, human body into animal body. Because, like, some of the, like, you pointed out with the lizard guy, right? With the Komodo dragon guy, his scales stretch way down his arm. So it's like...
Same with the fur of the...
Yeah, with the fur of Ibanez or whatever, it only went, like, just past her shoulder, if that. So it's like, you know, I feel like they clearly just chose that for aesthetic purposes. Like, I don't know. Like, there was probably, I mean, not to be too frank about it, but there was probably a time when they were making, like, the sprites for this game, and they had just, like, furry cleavage, and we're like, that's a little too much. Let's reel it back a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Peaceful, isn't it? Because the whole town's probably drunk by now.
Maybe that's the only way it can bear itself.
Do you want to know what this kind of reminds me of in a good way? And obviously it's not completely original, but this reminds me of the buddy cop chapters from 7 Mysteries of Hanjo. You know, because it's just like, hey, they're just kind of riffing off each other, and I like that.
Doesn't it remind you of someone?
I do agree.
Shut up, Marty.
Got you there, old bird.
The god of pancakes!
Are you sure that thing's a dog? I always wondered.
The name Hop Dog is quite a giveaway. Don't you think so, Mr. Detective?
Sometimes the most natural connections lead us astray.
Who said that?
A natural-born genius?
Yeah, right.
Why did it zoom in on the side? Did we need that?
That sign is super important.
We
Zach.
don't serve bugs here. Comfy.
Well, if this is a thing, right, where they're like the bugs moved in and kind of ruined.
Yeah.
Ruined the town, right?
Well, because so the next game is called Into the Hive, right? And the idea is that a lot of the aesthetics is honey and whatnot. So I'm assuming there's like some sort of like bee crime syndicate or whatever. And they said that in the not in the intro, in the office, right? The idea of it's like, yeah, there were actually 6 groups of animals that like founded the city, but 2 of them just kind of got fucked over, so now they're treated poorly, and that was lizards and bugs, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's a wreck just like him, so I guess it could.
Actually, in this world, where do you think the like tertiary animals go? The ones that don't neatly fit into like larger categories? Because it's like we have like on the crest it was cat, dog, bird, and then like sheep, equine, whatever, right? So like those were like.
It could just be they live in more remote places. Like if in real life.
Well, I mean, like where in like the social hierarchy does like a bat person belong, right? Because it's like they're not a bird.
Maybe they're usually doing the night shift.
Okay, well, I mean, I think that literally might be correct. Like, okay, so it's bug people, right? What about slug guy? Does that still count? I think so, right? Because that's still bug.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's obviously not important to the actual like progress of the game, but I was just thinking about that of like when you try to fit animals into like the larger categories. Like, what about otters? Right? Like, wasn't that like actually? Well, because like rhino, you could technically put in with like the equine a little bit because it's essentially just like an evolutionary offshoot of the same thing. But like, I don't know, like where do you put a beaver?
He's a guy that lives in, like I said, in like.
No,
the woods.
I'm not saying like I'm not saying professionally. I'm saying like within
not professionally. Like he lives in like more mountainous areas or whatever.
No,
He's like
I'm not saying physically. I'm saying like if the four main groups that are treated in the city, dogs, cats, birds, and horses or whatever, I don't know what to call them. If it's those four, and then there's a person who's a beaver that lives in the city.
I think
where
he's
do they fit in the hierarchy?
Relatively well, because if based off of like the animals of like insects, right, and how most of them are just like drones or workers that are below someone else, right? They don't have as much autonomy, right? That you can see why maybe they're treated not as great, but like beavers are like pretty chill.
About to say, I wonder because 75% of the crest is represented as mammals. So I wonder if within the social hierarchy of like the world, mammals are just treated better than non-mammals.
Yeah.
You know? Because like being birds, you're literally the odd one out of the other three, right?
Yes, yeah.
Look at the poor bastard.
He's looking okay, Marty. Remember what we saw when we worked at the Hive?
What?
They worked at the Hive.
Wild ones. Don't even remind me. Trying to forget that shit every day.
It's been even worse since. I guess you heard about the riots.
Or maybe like they're still cops, but they were like assigned to the Hive.
I could see that.
Like area, yeah.
I don't speak of the devil, Marty. But to be honest, I have no idea how this insect matter can be solved.
I do. We just open the ghettos and let the insects live among us like they did for centuries.
Your heart is pure gold, buddy. But you know it's not that easy. Clawville isn't what it used to be.
It's true. There'd be a lot of death. there'd be a lot of people just shooting bugs in the street for a hot minute there, and that would be a lot of trouble. But you know.
Hey, pal.
How do they talk?
Can you
hear? Do they talk? Okay, well, I
We'll
guess my
never know.
questions are left unanswered.
Is he deaf?
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't understand what I'm saying.
Or he doesn't want to.
That's also very likely.
Because it's like one of the long-term like criticisms of Zootopia is that like it's clearly an allegory for like race relations and stuff like that, but it doesn't actually work like when you start translating it. Because once again,
I think
like
you talked about that actually.
yeah, because like once again, like a black person doesn't have retractable claws that can slit your throat like a cat does, right? Or like a lion.
Yeah.
So it's like that allegory doesn't actually make much sense. It still makes for a good movie, and it makes sense within the context of the movie, but in terms of like external allegory, it does not. So I'm trying to determine whether or not this game is trying to go for any sort of like direct allegories or not. Because like if the idea is that like, hey, we're gonna cram all of the bug people into this one giant ghetto tower called the Hive, I don't know what that equivalency would be. It seems like a slum town, which would be probably for like, you know, Mexicans, I guess. Because that's what like a lot of like southern Southern American states do.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know enough about like why people.
Hold on. Sorry. Almost ham and tomato, plus a refill of drink, hot dog, and then grass dog Savannah style. What the fuck is almost ham?
Exactly what it sounds like.
It's almost ham.
All that's furry.
Is this still a thing?
The situation's getting even worse, Marty. Have you heard how the young mothers of the Cobbler District are forced to make a living?
I have no idea what goes on in the Hive, Sonny. I don't think I want to know. but you're still gonna tell me, right?
Prostitution is the lesser evil. What's worse is that some folks have to sell their kids when they're still larvae.
Wait, what? Why?
They pay a hefty sum for each of them downtown. They sell them as
What?
food.
So they are eating.
So it's
each
not
other.
cannibalism because we don't treat bugs as if they're people, apparently.
This is
That's
confusing.
crazy. Man, I mean, first off, I think the game is really fun. I feel that the game is like really fun so far. But dude, the world building is fucking interesting. Well, hold on. Actually, you know what I just thought of? Where are the fish?
Underwater.
Exactly, right? So does that mean that there's actually like an entire like enormous fucking colossal like population of fish people that we just aren't interacting with?
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
We made this city, Marty. Clawville didn't do this to itself. Don't ever forget that.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Ugh, the place is deserted. Poor Zip.
You're right.
Yeah, the guy's middle name is Bad Luck.
That's for sure.
Oh, he's former criminal. Look at those tattoos.
Oh, there's Zip.
Doodles. Fuck the king.
Inside.
Who's the king?
Where all the colors go?
That's a good question, pal.
Is there anything else? No, I think it's just this. Cold coffee.
Highlight of my day.
Yeah, I can smell it already. How does he make the coffee here so special?
Look at that mangy trash panda and tell me, do you really want to know?
You're right.
As always.
Fly with me, baby. Dude, I love the posters in this fucking game. Look at this.
And voila, the master himself.
What a finch.
Sonny, he's a pigeon, not a finch.
Don't make me angry, Marty.
Okay, I was only joking.
Caston Mavis, the new star of rock and roll. Oh my god, look at the fucking rock hopper penguin lady behind him. Because like the thing I like about this is that clearly this poster is supposed to be reminiscent of something that we would have in real life, right? And so as such, clearly the two so like he's the main star, and then you would typically have like two conventionally attractive women like screaming behind him, right, showing how like interesting he is or whatever. And so the two that they chose are a rock hopper penguin with crazy fuck you eyebrows and then a seal. You know, the choices are very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Oh my god, Saba. Menu. Oh no.
Are you ready?
Old man.
I'm a rooster, a chicken. Why the hell would I eat meat?
No, chickens eat meat.
I'm about to say they can't eat meat, yeah.
Yeah. They're like somewhat cannibalistic
Real meat.
too.
I'm not a
So yeah.
lunatic, but a meat substitute? There's about 10 different kinds. Have you never tried any?
Well, there you go. Answers
Okay, so
to
it's
your
all so it's
question.
mostly substitutes unless you're insane.
Unless you deal in the black
If I
market.
don't eat meat, why would I eat a substitute?
Because you can. That's the point.
Wild gods, Marty. Stop being such a sheep. Do you fall for those adverts?
Substitute isn't meat, Sonny. And if it's tasty,
Sonny?
I eat it.
Sonny?
I don't care what
Sony?
you don't be
Sony.
surprised when you lose all your feathers or you try to bite off your own leg one day.
Is he... I don't know if it's like real or not. Is that a fish person bottom right?
We'll just look at that in a second.
Onions?
I'd rather have somebody pull my beak off.
Ah, you used to be more daring.
Yeah, and my back didn't hurt either.
Furry heavens, it's depressing being around you, Boss Bird.
Oh my god, it is. Fisherman's best. It's a person with a goldfish head.
Amazing.
Saba, This game is crazy with the world building. What the hell is that symbol?
It's probably like.
I mean, it's clearly money, right?
Yeah.
Almost ham and tomato, toasted sandwich with synthetic meat, quasi meat and cheese, toasted sandwich with synthetic meat, all but bacon and chocolate, toasted sandwich with synthetic meat, all 4 foul pancakes, pancake with hemp seed, chocolate, and black onions, which is what Manny just talked about, touche souffle, peanut souffle with synthetic meat. Does souffle typically have meat in it? I don't think so.
I only know of the dessert souffles. Yeah, I don't know.
Smelling souffle, peanut souffle with parched vegetables, so like dried vegetables, I guess.
Maybe. Yeah,
just like home, man. Old Zip knows best. Supersized hot dog with synthetic sausage, chocolate mix, and devil horn paprika. Grass dog Savannah style hot dog with 5 kinds of grass. So these are for like the herbivores. Step Burger 2000, veggie burger with Diddy squat and sour root salad, or I think it's diddly squat.
Yeah.
Sia Superstar, supersized burger with 12 types of algae, and then hot dog, normal size hot dog with 4 kinds of synthetic meat, and then Zips coffee. Yeah. Jesus. This game is mentally exhausting for me.
Billy J. Blackmore.
And the brand new album,
Dead Fly Tell No Tales.
Sorry, will you see that? Oh my god.
Dead Fly Tell No Tales.
Oh, it's the main theme is for a handful of feathers. Oh, I get it. As we play more of the game, more of these songs will unlock. These are the songs in the game. That's why not all cops are pigs, just flipped up because we encountered something that we didn't need to.
Dog cops instead of. Okay. Oh, did the music die?
The door didn't look like this last time.
Well, my whole network.
Because last time you tore it out and beat that baboon with it.
Oh yeah, I remember now. So that's why Zip remodeled the whole place.
He had to. We didn't leave much of it standing.
If I didn't know how nice we are, I'd almost hate ourselves.
Welcome to the club, partner.
I'd almost hate ourselves.
All right, I think we're ready to talk to Zip.
Zippity doodah, zippity a.
Oh, prettier.
You think he's still mad at us?
Frankly, Marty, I don't give a damn.
Ah, reference.
Hello, boys. Now, get the hell out of here while I'm asking nicely.
That's it. Dude, I like this voice actor. This voice actor. No, get out of here before I stop asking nicely.
Hey, is that how you greet 2 old friends?
Hey, I'm not joking, Sonny. I got a shotgun under the bar.
Oh my god, look at his fingers.
See, none of this makes sense. Are you telling me that when the birds who have talons don't have talons?
They have talons on their feet. We don't know what their feet look like.
God,
Well, I mean, if anything, you should be questioning whether or not these guys actually have enough feathers to fly.
Maybe, what if their hands are fake?
Oh my god, that's why they all wear fucking gloves.
No, you don't, because if you had, we'd arrest you here and now.
If there's still life in you when you're full of buckshot.
Ah, it's going well so far.
We're just here for a coffee, Zip, okay? Like old times.
Nothing's like old times. Haven't you noticed?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's quite noticeable.
Shit. All right. And where'd you blow in from?
We haven't been anywhere yet, but we're going somewhere.
Everybody's going somewhere, right?
Tell me, how much do you know, Zip?
That depends. How deep is it?
Bottom of the well kind. Goes down around Ibn Wessler.
Holy hell! Wessler? You've dipped your wings in deep shit, boys.
If you've got anything on him, don't keep it to yourself.
All three people in this shot are wearing ties.
This is a fancy place.
Is it?
This sounds like Vinny.
Trash my joint this time, eh? You know, Ibn's acting strange nowadays. He always believed that if you want something done, you do it yourself. That's how it was for years, anyway.
And?
Until you don't do things for yourself.
But now, he left his real estate, the fish racing clubs, the casinos, and the bars to
Oh, never mind. This is actually suspicious.
And ever since, he's been kind of weird. Bottomed out. Brooding in the...
I'm telling you, it's the drugs!
I never knew him to be like this. Weird, huh?
Yeah.
Rat poison!
Oh my god, wouldn't that be sick if that was the name of the drug that was being pushed, was just rat poison?
It's R.I.P.
Always about a lady.
It'd be R.P., but I thought it would be funny if I said R.I.P. I'm trying to think of what the I stands for.
I knew it.
Rat in poison?
Is this gonna cost much?
Only a favor, like the good old days.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay.
New function.
Ask.
About these things?
I guess so. He said he would ask for a favor, but I don't know
Have
what.
you ever been to that place?
Of course, 100 times. Everyone who matters in this city's been there. Sorry, guys. But then, it had a different name and a different owner.
Business affairs, right?
Yeah, that was the dark era, Sonny. I don't want to talk about it.
Roger that.
Oh, Roger.
You've revamped the joint pretty well.
Yeah, after you trashed it, I had to.
Look, I'm sorry, Zip. That ocelot and his gorilla.
Baboon, not
An
gorilla.
ocelot and baboon, ocelot and baboon.
That actually does. That's actually good. Well, I mean, interesting writing at least, because it does correctly tie in with what we had said earlier. Also, sorry, I'm noticing stuff now. Do you notice that both of their crests look almost identical to each other? Like if you look at the top of their crest, see how it's like two small bumps. Then it's like, you know, there's this one has like the two, this one has like
No,
the
maybe
two.
they're
I think they
just a
literally. I
thing.
think they literally might have just used the same thing and just like edited it, which is fine. Like that's not a problem. But
whatever.
Sonny, what's your beak?
So you owe me one until about the end of time. But I'd settle for you washing up here for a few years after retirement, Sonny.
Mind your tongue, furball.
hold on.
Can't be calling me a furball.
Yeah, I'm about to say, hold on. Is calling him so because he was complaining about someone calling his partner a feather duster and said that was racist. He just called a mammal a furball. Does that count as racist? It might. I genuinely don't know. I don't know if Zip gives a shit.
I mean, it's probably an insult at the very least, you know?
At minimum, yeah.
So Ibn's gone insane.
Love will kill you in the end, they say.
Seems like everyone's in a poetic mood today.
Well, it is a cat. He is dating a cat by, like, you know...
You're one to talk, by the way.
The relationship in reality, the cat plays with the mouse, so...
Huh?
Eh.
Why? So, about that woman. Is she really that dangerous?
What woman isn't, huh?
No, Zip. I mean, really dangerous.
She's got the most influential gangster of the city wrapped around her finger. She calls him her little furball. How dangerous do you think she is?
Okay, so maybe she is the antagonist for this game. And also, apparently, not that bad.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
Right?
Probably minimum.
You didn't get any younger, pal.
You're telling me? You look like you haven't had a good night's sleep since forever.
To be honest, I've never had a good night's sleep in my life.
You will when the big sleep comes.
And what are your plans? Dying behind the bar?
Of course. You got a better idea?
A couple, yeah. But somehow this suits you.
You know what? Your mother's a goat.
Very antagonist.
Okay.
That
Be sure. We'll take that one.
A real cursed jewel, if you ask me. She came out of nowhere 2 or 3 years ago and landed on the stage of the Millions almost immediately.
Huh. So this Natasha character, very, very suspicious.
Is that so? Interesting.
Yeah, she's got a fantastic voice, makes men go crazy. But we all know that's not what's important. Then suddenly, bam! She got the whole club, just like that. But we know exactly how it
She
works.
be doing some sketchy things.
I can imagine, yeah. Since then, it operates under the name the Czar Club, right?
The old click is still clicking, right? Yeah, the club was renamed and remodeled. Everyone knows she was Ibn's lover, but she's not your usual canary. She didn't get involved in Ibn's dirty dealings.
Then how exactly does she fit into the picture?
Check this. A few months ago, the old rat pulled out of his own businesses and gave control to Mongrel Mick and his mob.
Mongrel Mick? Doesn't sound familiar.
Mick the Marauder, ring a bell?
Damn, that little monkey came this far?
I think that little shit took advantage of Ibn not being himself.
Which has something to do with this Natasha, right?
That's my guess.
Thanks for the straight dope, Zip. We owe you one.
What?
So if somebody...
You owe me the price of a new coffee shop, remember?
Okay. Whatever you need. Just call us.
I cluckin' will.
Thanks, pal.
Hey.
See, then I cluckin'.
You sure talk a lot.
Maybe the past is haunting me.
Oh, come on, Zippy. Don't be so hard on yourself. You got out in time. And
yeah, right.
It's more than what many others get, believe me.
Okay, so I think that's the looping now. Okay. The actual case is someone is threatening Natasha, who has a Russian accent, and she moved to whatever the fuck this city is. What was the name? Oh, it's Clawville, right? Is the name of the city?
Clawville, yeah.
So it seems like whoever's threatening Natasha is probably doing so because either she's doing shady business behind closed doors, or somebody wants their boss back. Because Ibn Wessler gave all of his shit away, right?
Yeah, he's acting kind of sketch.
Poor Bug Eyes.
At least he's playing music. I mean, he's doing something. Most of the destitute take up drinking or drugs. Or worse.
You know about
more
the
drugs.
light.
You mean the light the insects believe in?
Yeah, their afterlife. If they want to go into the light, they set themselves on fire.
Ah, Bug Zapper.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard that. Maybe it's not a bad way to go.
That depends on your point of view. Poor...
Okay.
That...
Okay.
It's not like there's like 50 things that they'll talk about, you know?
Well, I mean, the other guy had 3. The Bug only had 2, but the Bug wasn't a main character, so. Okay. She has she was the singing sensation of the Millions and later became the owner. Oh, so it was called the Millions and now it's called the Czar Club.
Which one sounds fancier to you?
Czar Club.
I think I agree, yeah.
Okay.
I think I am in the agreement with you.
used to be a small-time criminal, but the underworld pushed him out. Now he makes the best coffee in the whole city in a rundown roadside rest area. Oh, and he also proved to be a rather useful police informant. I mean, that's if he's a well-known police informant, it's crazy that he's not dead, right?
Maybe they're like, you're the only guy who makes decent coffee, so we can't kill you.
Yeah, so he's like essential. Oh, can I bring up a tangent real quick just about work? Just while I'm thinking of it. One of the things that I was told super early, this would have been like over 12 months ago at this point, was like, hey, if you want to guarantee that you survive layoff season when that happens, make sure that you are absolutely essential to your team so they can't let you go, right? I'm now, after this last round of layoffs on Monday, I'm now learning that that is also complete horseshit because the person who I'm essentially replacing on all the teams that I talked about, the guy who I'm essentially replacing was absolutely foundational and quintessential to the functioning of his team, which is part of the reason why they're so pissed that he's now gone. You know?
Yeah.
Like, damn. All right. It says I have one more. Oh, it's Ibid. Acting quite strange. Yeah.
He's been doing the rat.
Codex. The Cobbler District, also known as the Hive or Roach Town. You want to know what would be really interesting? If this originally just said Roach Town, and then when they got the sequel approved, they updated it to say the Hive or Roach Town.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That would be neat if that was what happened. Once part of the city, but then became a walled-off ghetto, where 98% of the city's insect population is forced to live. Currently, the biggest threat to the city are the riots in the Hive that have almost driven the city-state to the brink of civil war multiple times already. Well, we know what the plot of the sequel is going to be. Not long, or it's the Great Fire of Clawville. Not long after the Meat War and the following economic crisis in 893. Okay. A fire almost destroyed the entire city of Clawville. Originated in the Ratwell district, not even the River Thames was able to stand in its way. It was fiery hell incarnate, after which the city was built up again almost from scratch. So that's where the wild ones came in, right? Or the wild gentlemen, the people who he said rebuilt the city, right? Now that being said, the Meat War. Do you think the Meat War is straight up like a bunch of carnivores got together and were like, you know what? We're subjugating your ass. We want meat again.
Or maybe like the world was originally more okay with meat, regular meat.
And it's the Meat War because the meat rebelled.
Yeah.
Okay. Meat substitutes. Meat replacements or meat substitute foods made it possible to reduce meat consumption, predation, and domestic cannibalism in the whole wilderness. These products are widespread nowadays and not only popular with predators, but all kinds of animals. Weird. Mick is one of the most famous henchmen for Ibn Wessler, known by many rather scary nicknames thanks to his cruel nature. Sonny and Marty have crossed paths with Mick before, and it took a lot of effort to get out of those encounters with feathers intact. Okay. All right. How much time do we have left? Dude, we have like an hour left. We're having.
Wait, part 2. Yeah. No. You're gonna need
yeah,
to
no, we're gonna do this.
Time.
But I just realized that it's 2.
We got 2.
Well, we came from here, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, we're still doing this.
Yeesh, my condolences, pal. I see your cleaning lady died.
Yeah, she set foot in the bedroom once. I haven't seen her since. I didn't dare to go after her.
Oh, I wouldn't want to go in there either. But what's that smell?
Cigarettes and whiskey.
Yeah, with a hint of dirty laundry, but no, this is...
Oh, he's smelling what's-her-face's perfume.
Now, that's got to be the Ibanez dame. You know, the broad who gave me the letter. And the job, obviously.
Ah, Pretty, huh? I can smell it. She's an exotic, too. An impala, maybe?
Don't know how
Do chickens have a good sense of smell?
He might just be a pervert.
Okay.
But also, like, now we're getting into the realm of, like, ooh, she's an exotic, right? Which is, like, a whole other dealio when it comes to, like, real-life race relations, right? You know?
Furry.
I don't know what the world looks like, or if they got different continents, so not sure, but maybe.
I was say we have a globe right there, but it's too dull to see what the actual map looks like.
The bitter old dog. He just hates all foul.
Yeah, true. Except for Monica.
Monica's a fairy, not a bird.
Monica's
So, what now?
angelic to the point where no one cares.
Stuff and head to the club. We gotta find out who this Natasha is and what she wants from us. I mean, what she really wants.
After you, Boss Bird. I wouldn't like to touch anything in here anyway. If it's okay, I'll just stand around and stare out the window.
Sure, just do it quietly. Maybe in another...
Yeah, I literally can't make out anything on that globe.
It would be best to board it up. It'd go well with this rundown neighborhood.
It may be run down, but somehow I still feel like it's honest.
Sure. You could live in Cockroach Town. That's an honest place, too. Has a similar stink.
Believe me, Marty, I thought about it.
Why am I not surprised? So this is them.
Yeah, the wild gentlemen. They were role models when I was a kid.
Well, you must have been a weird kid, which ain't surprising. My idols were the White Wolf and Super Squirrel.
Superheroes, I assume.
The White Wolf, eh? Explains a lot. You know, when I was back in Averia, Clawville and the whole let's live together in peace bullshit seemed like an unattainable dream. Those guys made it happen. The city rose from the...
You think Averia is a city-state of just birds?
That seems like a reasonable guess, yeah.
Yeah, but look at it now. And what would have become of you if you hadn't ended up in Clawville? Maybe you'd even be happy?
Perhaps.
Huh. The old days. You know, I miss him sometimes.
What? The hype? Us as celebrity cops?
Nah, the work, the buzz, the phone ringing at 4 a.m. and knowing if you pick it up, you'll be dragged into something terrible, because that's your job. And of course, you pick it up every clucking time.
I'm not sure it's healthy to enjoy that.
Hey, no healthy animal becomes a cop in Clawville.
Yeah, true.
It's very strange because, like, it feels like from a, like, socioeconomic standpoint, Clawville is supposed to be like New York, right? It's supposed to be like the melting pot, right? But when they show pictures of it, like, you know, just the general structure and whatnot, it definitely feels a lot more like LA.
Oh, interesting.
Well, because, like, there's no, like, we haven't been seeing, like, high rises out the wazoo. You know? Like, when we were, like, when we went to the police department, which is, like, the Clawville PD, right? It's, like, the main precinct, the HQ. You could see the sky behind it. Like, that, in New York, that would not happen. It would just be buildings.
Who's that shaggy creature?
That's MB Davis, you bird brain.
Politician?
Am I gonna have to smash your beak?
Seriously, I don't know who the hell he is.
My thing died.
I didn't know you used to be a kindergarten teacher. But leather?
It's history, so back off.
I'm touched by the trust you have in me, Boss Bird.
There are things better left undisturbed. Okay.
Yeah, got it.
Oh, okay. That's where he met Molly. They were both, like, teachers. Because, you see... Man, I didn't even recognize her at first.
Man, I can't imagine how you feel. The only good thing you ever
Okay,
had.
you're back.
Welcome back.
Shut up.
Well,
Marty.
okay. Nice. The good thing he ever had.
Just a bunch of useless.
Have you started on your great novel yet?
I've already started working on my will, but I realize I'd have to leave everything to you, so
Pity. I've always wanted a chicken coop smelling like...
you'll have to earn it first, Marty. I'm gonna clean up here one day. Yeah, and one day the sun's gonna explode too. My wife took all the good ones. She knew they'd only gathered dust here, and she was...
What's on the floor?
Looks like bottle. It's a bottle.
Is it a shattered bottle?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, this city's outgrown us.
Why do you say that?
Well, don't you feel it? The whole place squeezing you. The polluted air, the sirens, and the smell of cordite.
The fuck is cordite? All right. I'm gonna go to Google.
I think it's. I don't know if that's an actual thing, but I mean, it seems
Cordite,
reasonable.
a smokeless explosive made out of nitrocellulose and nitroglycerin. Oh, it's from modern like assault weaponry. It's like you use that instead of gunpowder.
Well, that's good to know.
You're such a drama queen. It's not the world that's changed, it's us. Clawville's Clawville. We're just getting older.
No, there really is something. You know the feeling of foreboding, of something wrong, of something bad on the horizon.
You're screwing my mood.
Yeah, but I'm not sorry.
No shit.
You're getting older, Marty. You look like shit.
Oh my god.
Gee.
I thought angels don't grow old.
Leave it, will ya?
Sure. Boo-hoo.
When was the last time I was here?
I don't know. Years ago. When Molly left.
Whew, that was a...
Yeah.
You know, Sonny, you can call me. Not just when you want to investigate some shady case from a shady dame and you need a big meat shield to cover your ass.
I like that Marty is like, he's a gun nut and way too aggressive, but yet he's also like sensitive and culturally aware. like
the chillest dude, yeah.
Well, because it's like earlier when we were at the hive, he was like, what we should do is we should let them out and then figure it out along the way. And now here he's like, hey, if you ever need to talk, I'm here, bud. You know what I mean? And it's like, if this was really a 1920s, 1930s noir like story or whatever, he would absolutely be like, suck it up, here's a cigar. You know?
Times have changed, Marty. And I don't call anyone.
All right, Boss Bird. So, am I staring quietly?
Well, the floor's creaking a bit when you...
You're an asshole.
I can ask him questions.
Have you been there before?
Never. You know, it's not my style. It's too fancy for me. I'm more like the smoky, smelly, ramshackle little joint type.
Yeah, same here.
But we're not gonna mingle like this, right?
We're not searching for a tailor on New Year's Eve, okay? We'll go as we are.
That'll be exciting.
Let's just stay out of trouble.
What trouble?
That's the spirit.
As long as you don't acknowledge the trouble, it's not there.
Flyer, and you fell for it?
Maybe I was bored.
I mean, he didn't exactly do anything. He didn't take any money. He just said, okay.
It's true.
There's always more.
Maybe I just wanted to meet you for old time's sake.
That's not funny.
I've never had a good sense of humor. You know that better than anyone.
That's for sure. So the Tsar Club, huh? My city's on fire. Sounds good. But that's all? It's kind of weak for a clue.
It's not a clue. It's just a guide. By the way, it's New Year's Eve. We deserve some fun, right?
Well, that's true. But it's never that easy with you, Boss Bird. There's something you're not telling me, right?
Nothing important, Marty.
Yeah, if you say so. Oh, hi, Mr. Sinclair. How are we?
Oh, you... Okay, so the gun nut named his gun.
Oh, I was like, what? Who?
Thanks. Anyway, you still talk to your guns?
Yeah, and so what? Other animals talk to their plants. Crazy, isn't it? At least a gun has a soul, and it's useful.
Guns have souls?
To walk around freely,
Just cars have souls? And I guess it's just the
You
person.
only knew what I'm packing right now.
I don't want to know what's under your feathers, Marty.
It's like at his neck, the neck feather, so he just reaches towards his neck.
Came for?
I just want to look around a little.
All right, Sonny. Then grab your map and let's...
All right, I think we're done. Codex, even more stuff. The Wild Gentleman.
Oh, look, Averia. Look, yeah, it said the thing that you were asking. Ooh,
What?
That's cool. It's in the, not this one, it's the other one.
Okay. A civilian organization started by the 4 most influential and wealthiest animals in the city. The fire of 867 was almost had almost entirely wiped Clawville off the face of the wilderness when the Wild Gentlemen intervened and built the city anew using all their money and influence. They were heroes, or at least they were regarded as such. Some believe the fire was their doing, and it was all part of a national conspiracy. But most likely, we'll never know the truth. Averia. A country inhabited exclusively by birds. It's a picturesque modern place governed by a democratic parliament. It is parliament. You think it's run by owls?
That'd be really funny. Yeah.
It's bordered by 2 seas, and its economy is built mostly on air transport, commerce, and its aerial military. Interesting. The country's on neutral terms with almost every other nation except for the Great Meat War. Had kept this standpoint throughout its own history. That's interesting. I'm about to say there does not seem to be any direct analog to any like real world country, real world nation, real world continents, or for that matter, real world races. It seems like they have similar issues, but it's just all animals, which I guess makes sense. Where's this last oh. Leather and fur. Leather and fur used to be high fashion, but nowadays, especially in Clawville, the use of real leather and fur is quite rare. It's not totally illegal to wear these kinds of clothes yet, if you can afford it, but it's quite despicable, to put it mildly. Aren't we wearing leather?
I don't know, faux leather, but technically it's more environmentally friendly to because you can reuse.
It is actually, well. So the thing is, and like this is where like this particular discussion comes into question, because yes, like faux leather and pleather and synthetic fibers and stuff like that are just vastly worse for the environment because of all the microplastics they put into shit, right? Just in general, and like the fact that like pleather just deteriorates so much fucking quicker than well-treated leather. But the problem is that like there are so many goddamn people in the world, and we live in a capitalistic society that where one person wants fucking 50 leather jackets or something. That's where you start getting into the problems where it's like, okay, well now we have to start fucking
the greed, you know? Like the greed. Like if people
but if that didn't exist, you're right. Leather is better.
Yeah.
It is better, like, because I mean, like, that's the thing, right? Use every part of the buffalo. Like, if you're already harvesting like cattle, I guess, for
just
for
tell
their
people,
meat.
you got anyone, Mike, you got anything real leather, just take care of it, because that'll stay in good condition for a long time.
Very true. You do have to treat it every once in a while, like every 4 or 5 years, and that stuff is a little expensive, but it's not that bad.
You have to give. I like the idea of giving it some treats or calling it like
like it's a dog.
Leather.
I'm about to say, I think I can't remember what it's called. It's like leather wax or something like that. You're supposed to treat the elbows and the underarms of whatever you're wearing. Anywho. All right, let's get out of here. I think we're good for main story, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Midnight had passed, and the intoxicated madness kicked in. We could only crawl along Shalva District's main street toward downtown.
I like that the other guy's slightly out of focus.
Ancient buildings were defaced by neon signs and billboards, like half-drunk lovers on a fine leather sofa. Great old houses neighbored by garish modern blocks. A place that makes the head hurt.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not New York.
The Tsar's huge neon sign was visible for miles. A blazing red sign advertised tonight's main attraction, the amazing Natasha. Cops were never welcome.
You think we're gonna walk in there and there's gonna be a cutscene of her doing like a whole song?
We were too late for the show. We had
I
to
think
be
that
inconspicuous, but it was
they were
never
too late for the
easy
show.
with this
Yeah, I don't think it would have
mountain by my
waited
side.
that long.
Yo, goat!
Is that a different rabbit?
Oh no, is that not Lewis?
It's the same rabbit. Unless they're just reusing models, but yeah.
More like infamous, Marty. It's not for our kind, that's for sure. And I don't mean that they don't like foul here.
Well, at least we don't have to be afraid that they see you as a detective, Boss Bird.
Very funny, Marty.
So what are we gonna do now?
We find Natasha, the broad who sent me the message, remember? But first, we need to get
Broad.
into the club. And Marty, please, don't monkey this up.
Excuse me? On behalf of the well-respected and noble primate community of Clawville?
Wait! Where do they fit into the hierarchy?
I don't frigging know.
Monkeys?
I just...
What do you mean, monkeys?
Here for, okay?
As you say, Boss Bird.
Yeah, it's Lewis.
It is Lewis.
And he's just talking with a stork lady.
Hey, that's your old friend, right? Wait, what was his name?
Lawrence?
Lamar? No, Liam.
Lewis. Yes, it's him.
To be honest, Sonny, I always thought that guy's not all there in the head.
Nobody's perfectly sane in Clawville, Marty. But if not for this old rabbit, I wouldn't be here today. I'll never forget that.
It's very interesting because Sonny has a very interesting characteristic that isn't necessarily 100% like trope of like just noir stuff. This is a guy who really, really values like debts and long-term relationships. Because like he's like super dedicated to Lewis as Lewis is dedicated to him. The lizard guy from back at the precinct was like, oh, we're like old friends. And he's like, absolutely we are. Don't worry, I will put in a good word for you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Even though he actively is like he's not a good person.
I was like, he's a scoundrel. Doesn't sound like he's a murderer, but it just sounds like he keeps getting into trouble.
Should I thank him for that?
Or kill him for it?
You're reading my mind, boss.
Oh, and I can talk to him. Okay. Boy, howdy. Okay. Hey, look. Fishman's best.
You know, seeing this, I can't wait for the show.
The girls?
New Year's Eve's once a year, right? And we're not on duty.
Have I asked how Laura's doing?
Whoa, hey, I was just kidding, okay? My relationship with Laura is unwavering. Like the rhino beauty on this picture.
Interesting taste you've got.
Feathers, scales, or dermal armor, a lady's a lady, my friend.
Thank the wild gods for self-sacrificing gentlemen like you.
God, I gotta know what Laura is. I have to know. The most colorful club of the cities, of the most colorful city. My city's on fire. Brand new hit from the Queen of the Night. Okay. Fancy car. Newspaper.
Do you remember when the Clawville Chronicle was a really high-quality newspaper?
You mean when they wrote something about us daily?
Yeah. What exactly happened to them?
Well, they got bored with us, Marty. And to be honest, so did I.
But still, here we are working together again. Funny, huh?
Yeah, hilarious.
Hilarious.
Huh. I like this.
Why is that?
I don't know. 'Cause it's moving, I guess.
What? Excuse you? I don't know. Because it's moving.
You're a simple bird, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Alright. That's just the cabaret ad again. What does the other one say?
Movie, I think,
Lawville
yeah.
Story. Moonlight Boulevard. Oh, it's just a movie.
Boulevard.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck is Boulevard? Alright. We should talk. Oops.
One day, neon signs will cover the whole world. I'm telling you.
You read that in some kind of science fiction book?
No, it's just what I think.
Oh, so you have your own thoughts now. The world's really moving forward.
Pluck off, Sonny.
Oh, actually, now I look at it, this is the first time we've seen color in the real world and not a cutscene, right?
Like faint red, yeah.
Yeah, I was saying when the lights go, it does.
It seems like red was the only other thing that popped up in the other.
I mean, to be
space,
fair, the
right?
game is called Painted Red, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk to Louis.
Sonny, my dear friend.
Hi, Lewis. This is my partner, but I'm sure you already know.
You have no idea how happy I am to meet you, Mr. Marty. I'm a big admirer of your work.
Pleasure's all mine, Lawrence.
Lawrence? Anyways, so, the legendary Chicken Police back together? Isn't it amazing news?
Don't ruffle my feathers, Lewis. Those days are long gone. We're just here for the entertainment. Or something like that.
I see. That's a shame.
See you inside?
I have something to do, my pal, but I'll try to make it for the main event.
He's like, he gave up. He's like, pal. Found an easier word. Reasonable.
Who the fuck is this?
I think these types of women only see faceless tuxedos, cufflinks, and wallets. And in the mirror, they're just brooches, necklaces, and earrings.
Don't be so radical, Marty. They're women. They live by...
They're women!
That was
It's true.
deep.
It's not. Just bullshit. There's more where that came from.
Ooh, teach me, master.
When you're old and wise like me, you'll realize none of it is worth a damn thing.
Wait, that was deep again, right?
Maybe it was, Marty. Maybe it was.
Amazing.
Okay. Are we just not gonna get an explanation as to why Lewis is hanging out with a stalk lady?
Whoa, look at
Stalk
that.
ass.
Isn't that the new...
It is, Marty. A brand new 942 Silver Hawk.
Hey, we know what year it is.
Seen such beauty since I left Averia.
That's kind of neat, right? Because they say brand new in this, it's a 1942 or a 942.
Yeah, they were. Didn't but they wasn't they say it was 900 years old?
The city is 900 years old. That means that whatever they're using to establish like the start of their calendar was 42 years before the founding of the city.
Okay. Understandable.
Maybe it's Ibn Wessler's. I guess he's no paper tiger.
Yeah, he sounds like a fellow who drives around in one of these. Lucky bastard. Jeez, look at that guy.
That's not a guy. That's a demon. Straight from the dog-eared pages of a cheap detective novel.
Yeah, I bet his name's Bill.
Nah, he's definitely a Bob.
$5 for Bill?
Okay, I'm in.
What do you think it's gonna be? You think it's gonna be Bill or Bob?
I think it's gonna be Billy Bob.
Oh my, holy shit, that would actually be incredible.
Howdy, pal.
Gentlemen, how can I help you on this wonderful, chilly night?
He is
Oh, that accent, I'm not sure.
We're expected in the VIP lounge.
My apologies, but I don't remember ever seeing you gentlemen here before.
Stop right there, big guy. I get it. Yeah, I know exactly how this works. So what do you have to do to get in?
Nothing's easier, sir. Are you on the list?
The list? Yeah,
don't tell me you
I'm afraid I did, Marty. Sorry, big guy, but I'm pretty sure we're not on the list tonight.
That's a shame. I'm really sorry, sirs. In that case, you can't come in.
Yeah, right.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
We didn't even learn his name!
Just one more thing. This list of yours, where should we sign up again?
I'm afraid if you don't know, it's not my place to tell you, sir. Excusez-moi, the regulations, you know.
You hear that, Sonny?
I do, Marty.
I'm gonna lose my crest from this guy.
Just don't get too excited, Marty.
Yes, gentlemen.
Hey, big.
My name is Archibald, sir.
Archibald.
Well,
I was like, his accent is too fancy for me to not be something. It's not a Billy Bob, that's for sure.
What?
Archibald's cool.
No way, that's not even a real name.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, sir, but my name is Archibald Conway, without any doubt. Blackjack Conway to my friends.
Well, thanks, Blackjack. It was a pleasure. We'll be on.
Don't call me that.
Look, I really don't want any trouble, but...
It is even more inconvenient for me, sir, but this place doesn't like coppers. Forgive this slang. I can't let just anybody in, and there are some I'm strictly forbidden to.
Listen here, you cow. Do you have any idea who we are? You ever read the papers?
Why cows? Go.
I don't know, because he's like, you think you think comparing me to cows are...
Mr. Santino
Okay,
Ferrand and
sure.
Mr. Marty Machikin. The Bell of the Pantheress is one of my favorite books.
Oh my god, not the books again.
Because of the series.
So it would be terribly inconvenient for me if I had to use force on you, gentlemen.
What did you just say?
Relax, Marty. This guy has chicks like you for breakfast. And thanks for the information, pal. Have a nice night.
Thank you for understanding, gentlemen. And forgive me for my austere composition.
No problem, Shakespeare. Say, big guy, is this your job? To stand in front of the club and keep out decent fellows like us all night?
Not entirely, monsieur. My employer has many other kinds of jobs for me. He is quite creative in his field, I must say.
Like?
Like what?
Exactly.
Sorry, monsieur.
Permitted to say anything more about the matter. Regulations, yeah, I know. This bullshit just get...
So sorry to hear that, sir.
He's very polite.
Say,
I
big
like
guy, you know Mr. Lewis Hayworth?
But of course, Mr. Hayworth is an impeccable gentleman. And also a
Lewis?
leader of the club.
Is that so? Good to know. And?
I'm afraid that is all, monsieur.
Do we have to go back to Lewis to be
We might have
like,
to
Lewis,
go-
how do you get on the list?
Yeah, because he's already like familiar.
What can you tell me about the first lady of the place, big guy?
You mean Miss Natasha Katsenko, sir?
You're right on point, pal.
Nothing you don't know already, sir.
Just try me.
Well, she owns the place.
And, that's it? Well...
Pardon, monsieur, but I'm not permitted to say anything more.
All right, so to Lewis.
Look, Lewis, that bouncer over there.
Well, yes. He is a bit intimidating, but his manners are impeccable. Am I right?
Yes, indeed.
It's true.
But it seems tonight we're not on his list.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh. I get it. I get it. You'd like to go in, but he
It took him a
won't
second.
let you.
Yeah, something like that.
No, no problem at all. Come with me. I'll talk to him.
Much obliged, pal.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
Excuse me.
Ah, jeez, what the hell's wrong with you?
What? Did I say something wrong?
Is that a bad term?
Technically,
To
from
rabbit.
literally, technically, bunnies I think are the domesticated versions of rabbits. So I don't know if that like means something here.
Okay. Rufus Aries. It talks like a poet, smells like a barn. The boulder standing guard in front of the entrance of the Tsar Club. He probably reports straight to Ibn Wessler. Not to mention he's exceptionally well educated and has an elaborate vocabulary. How lovely. Codex. Clawville Chronicle. Clawville Chronicle is the most read and highest quality newspaper in the city. It's so famous that it's also being read beyond Clawville's borders and not just in the colonies. The colonies? Okay. This, I like how every time we get a little piece of information, it adds like one extra like stroke to the painting of what this world is, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Article was written by Timothy Saltwater, the seagull journalist who has become somewhat of a legend himself. Oh, I like the idea of called Saltwater. Someone, will you get off of Instagram?
Oh, it just popped up
What
on
the
my
fuck
thing, and I
what
was
the
like,
fuck is your problem?
have
What do you mean popped up in your feed? That's not the point.
That is the point.
We are
okay?
we are actively playing a video game.
Anyway, that I'm just building my case up against the entirety of the seagull population. Okay.
Good. Look, this noble pair of pigeons are my friends. They're on the list, okay? And as for you, you owe me one.
Thanks, old pal.
It was my pleasure to help you, as always.
Well, that was easy.
Cool.
The Tsar Club welcomes you, gentlemen.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
The jazz overwhelmed us. There was no band in sight, yet the music seeped from the walls like years of cigarette smoke and the smell of spilt whiskey. Behind the bar, rows of fancy bottles reflected the harmonious voices of pretty dames and the clinking of crystal glass. It was the kind of place that makes you drunk, even if you've never had a sip. A dangerous place for someone like me. No matter how alien I felt, it was strangely like coming home. Welcome to the Tsar. Well, here we are.
How very rhyming of you. Sorry, I gotta cut back over to this. There we go.
Mother of...
I take you to the nicest places, eh, sweetheart?
Oh, does it mean you're buying, honey?
Don't even think about it.
Oh, men these days. So, we're here to find a dame called Natasha.
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid suspicion.
Just like always.
No, Marty, not like always. This time it's for real.
It's just all of these fucking.
Alpaca. I can never remember these alpaca.
It's just so humorous, man. Just the.
I like the what is it? The deers to the left of you. But
yeah,
like, he's got
this guy's big
ginormous antlers.
Oh god. Waitress. Oh my. Hi. Yes. Can I help you? Oh my god, look at
that bartender.
Oh my god. All right.
I vote for that bartender, man.
Oh my, Saba, you gotta do me a favor. You gotta send this to you gotta send this to Silvermoon and have him add it to your chart.
Oh my god.
There you go. Bartender from the Tsar Club.
Hey, there's Filmar.
Who? Oh, yes. Filmar. Because that's what he calls himself, right?
You know him well?
I like that Jesse is posting more stuff
We had some seriously wild cases together, yes. Mainly in Averia, way before Clawville. Another place and another life.
Sounds good. Like the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi to.
Right. Hello, Fillmore.
Well, well.
Look at his posture.
Marlowe.
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass alias Phil Marlowe.
Oh, because his name was Philip Marlowe, so now he's Phil Marlowe.
Oh, okay. Well, not that bad.
Okay. So, correction. This is the guy that he tried to send Jimenez to.
Oh, okay.
Because the other guy was like Philip or something.
Pillow Mafia is a turkey, right, Mr. Turk Cayman?
Oh.
Hey, that was
Turkey
a long
man.
time ago. I was young.
And I stick to my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe, and that's that. Don't rile me up, you old fart.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a little clucked tonight.
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you two doing here? You stick out a bit. Are you here for a good old-fashioned beating?
We stick out? Man, you look terrible. Like someone who sat on an electric
It's
pole.
just an insult contest.
I feel exactly like that.
You want a case?
5 feet tall, half of that legs. Angelic voice, demonic eyes, just the usual.
Who?
5 feet tall?
Oh boy.
I don't know how tall these guys are, so I can't really.
Well, Marty, they said, was large for a foul, and he was like intimidated by that goat guy. Because the goat guy was taller than the door, which means the goat guy was probably something in the realm of like 6'8", right? Because that's a little bit taller than most doors. So if Marty was like only about a head and a half shorter than him, that means Marty's probably like 6'1", 6'2". So I would assume that birds are a little on the shorter side compared to most other animals. Like, you think that deer with the giant antlers, do you think he adds his antlers to his height while he's in mating season?
Probably. Yeah, well, yeah. It's like, yeah. I think that's it.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has a reputation. She's not the kind to toy with, if you know what I mean.
Any useful information?
For free?
Stop clucking around, Phil.
All right, but just because of the old days. Look for me after you've talked to her. You wouldn't understand what I have to say about her before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
Good to see you too, old pal. We'll be back.
We can't screw it up. Oh.
What?
Someone showed up.
Oh, they did. Oh, it's Ibn. This is the guy.
Yeah.
The dame with Ibn. Stop calling. You can just say lady. Like, does everybody have to be a dame?
In this world.
All right,
so that bartender, right?
We gotta talk to Saba's new husband.
2 whiskeys.
Get a
kid,
drink.
And no horsing around.
God, the photorealistic, like,
Just the
horse head.
hair. Yeah, it's hilarious.
I've never heard that one before.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What
Never
were you
heard
expecting?
that.
I mean, I guess I couldn't have not expected that from that hair.
You know?
Yeah, you're right, Marty. Hey, Longface, give me a glass of...
Is that racist?
I feel like it should be, or very much insulting at least.
That wasn't exactly what I meant.
As I recall, you're always bragging about hiding your shotgun in your coat so well, no one can see it.
Sure. Maybe I have it with me now. What?
Well, do you see that bottle,
I'm not
Marty?
gonna say.
That's a 28-year-old Golden Eagle whiskey.
Of all the furry gods?
And they've just left it on the bar. Someone ordered it, got so drunk he forgot all about it. So?
So we're confiscating it as evidence.
Yeah. Well, more like stealing it. But if it's easier...
You're twisted, pal. But to be honest, I've no objections. Look, Sonny, I know it's not my place, but Laura's father went to that guy when his, problems had gone too far.
You're treading on thin ice, Marty.
No, I just... Look, fellas at the station are talking, all kinds of things. Moses, Plato, Bosco, and the others.
Talking, eh? About what? About why Blood Boil took my badge? About what an untrustworthy alcoholic wreck I am?
Look, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
Good. And let it stay that way.
It's like, come on, man, you're missing. There's information here.
Sure, Marty.
Gentlemen, your drinks.
Yeah, sorry, but we have to run. Thanks anyway, Bojack.
What? Because it's a reference to Bojack. That's to BoJack Horseman, obviously.
Yeah, I'm wondering
but
if
this is in an alternate universe, and also it's supposed to be happening in like the Prohibition era, kinda, not really.
Okay, so as I thought, the term BoJack just actually means, I think, something. I think as well.
What does it mean?
I need to make sure this is not like just not genuine or not good enough for the real thing.
Sorry, was that the definition?
Yeah, kind of to me, not good enough for the real thing or like an imitation of
Yeah, but
something.
they clearly called him that because of BoJack Horseman, right?
I mean, that's reasonable to assume, yeah.
Sure, sir. The Tsar welcomes you.
Sounds good, Bojack.
Okay, the thing that he's because to sound like a horse is funny.
Tell me, Hey Breath, have you seen Natasha?
What the hell is your problem?
Not yet, sir. But she's coming on soon.
Well, can you tell me anything about Mr. Ibn Wessler?
Sir, I don't want to.
What about, let's see.
But
$5.
Sir, you haven't even paid for your drinks yet. Yeah, stop riding on the details, Big Nose. You do your job.
What the fuck?
Okay?
I think this is just like a weird ploy to see how many insult puns they can do.
Yes, but it's just weird because they established, I mean, I don't know. And once again, by the way, someone who doesn't have all their buttons done. What the fuck? It pisses me off. But I don't know, it's just so weird because they established that he's like, hey, don't be racist. And then he's racist to all the other animals.
Maybe that's his weird gimmick. He'll call everything racist.
Of course, gentlemen.
Oh, no, come back to him. Okay. Well, oh, wait, hold on.
Come to daddy, darling.
Calling booze darling, it's kind of weird, don't you think?
Says someone who calls his gun collection his hurry.
His hair. It's pretty good.
Good birdie. I gotta talk to this guy.
Where the hell is Natasha?
Let's ask that stud over there with those nice gals.
That guy looks way too horny for my taste.
Oh man, your sense
Yeah,
of
these are the puns. Yeah.
This is the life, huh? What's this guy do? Real estate? Mob accountant? Or is he a movie star?
He looks like a coat hanger to me.
That was actually worse than the previous joke.
I try.
Okay.
I don't get to talk to him? What the hell, man? Alright, who's the next most interesting group here? It's clearly this one. Wait, can I not talk to them no more?
They're too far away. Clearly, you can't use your feet, so you can't walk over there.
A fox is a wolf who sends flowers.
What?
Oh, nothing. I read it.
Fascinating. I didn't know you could read.
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
Isn't this the guy who fucking shot you?
I don't know. I don't understand people's relationships in this.
How could I even forget?
Absurd, right? All that bloodshed for a piece of cheese.
Yeah, hunger can bring out the monster in animals, right?
And the wildest and most primordial instincts, no matter how civilized they...
As you say, Marty.
Okay.
Remember that other kid?
Oh, it's a different thing, sorry.
Right. We found the rabbit near the river with a missing leg. Brutal stuff.
Oh, I get it.
Remember that other case with the turtle and the rabbit fella?
Get it. Uh-huh.
I feel...
Oh, gosh,
No.
Marty,
Tortoise in the hair, Saba.
Yeah, yes, I know. I wanted him to say something about,
my friend.
like...
Well, he said they found the rabbit
runner.
by the river
Yeah.
missing a leg.
Was his buddy or...
They had a bet.
Actually.
Ah,
Oh.
yeah, you're right. We found the rabbit near the river with a missing leg.
2 missing legs, actually. But yeah.
What happened with the turtle in the end?
Your bottomless pit of a mind is a dark and sad little place. The turtle thought he would run faster if he ate the legs of the rabbit.
You know what?
Okay.
This is seriously fucked up.
It is, Marty.
Yeah.
Remember...
Oh, gosh, Marty, where do you dig these out?
Remember that other case? With
Yeah, this is a repeat, yeah.
She has pretty long legs. I mean, pretty and long legs for a squirrel, but I don't want to be prejudiced.
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate, remember?
That girl is looking at me.
She's just looking at anyone whose glass is empty, Marty.
No, Sonny. She was staring at me, like, hard. Now,
Marty, you have a fiance.
Marty, you're imagining things. Oh, wait a second.
No, like, she's, like, really weirdly, like, looking.
With those big, black, weird squirrel eyes.
Okay, Marty, don't panic. And just look elsewhere and
Okay.
walk away.
Jeez.
Creepy little squirrel girl. Creepy little squirrel girl. Creepy little squirrel girl.
Creepy little squirrel girl. It's just, it becomes like a... Okay.
Well,
so,
I mean, I can probably guess what we're supposed to do.
This guy is certainly not a gangster henchman.
Of course he's not.
Oh, we're like we're
keep
at
talking.
time. You want to just save before we move on to this? Oh, movie
Yeah.
poster.
Okay, let's look at the movie poster and then
Do you
there's...
think this is one of those movies where the femme fatale gets everything in the end and the poor detective's left stranded?
Yep, just like life.
You're old.
Well, actually.
Oh, but I didn't mean to... I'm sorry, Sonny. You're old, Sonny. I mean, experienced. Have you ever met a woman like that in real life? Who floors you with a glance and leaves a... Oh,
Okay, I get it. The big sheep. Oh my god, you can look at all of them. Loudest Howl. Cassidy Lupus and Cassandra Ruby Faye. Oh my god, look at her face!
She is not happy to be
He
there.
has the case, he has the girl, he has the gun. He is the alpha!
Another Lupus movie.
Oh, it's James Bond. Got it.
Trying to sell with this guy.
whoa, don't be rude, Sonny. Lupus is a timeless genius. Have you seen Predator City? God, I'm still getting chicken bumps. But wait, who's that next to him?
Cassandra Ruby Faye. Nah, never heard of her.
Cassandra Ruby Faye. Oh, gods, even her name makes me go weak in the knees.
Watch your blood pressure, pal.
Don't mind me, just women and guns are my only weakness.
I like that he's honest, I guess.
Women and guns are my only weakness. Hicks Poodle, Clavier Turmoil, Anna Shiny.
Claire, I think.
Is that what it says? Oh yeah.
It's weird
Clairre. Claire. Yeah, Claire Turmoil. Murder my tweet.
Ooh, I've seen this. Hicks Poodle plays a private eye, hired to look for a woman, then gets into some kind of blackmail thing that's connected to the first case. And
Hey, Marty,
what? Yeah?
I don't give a shit.
Wow, rude.
Aww.
Okay, there's only one left. Veronica Kate and Robert Fodder. So what? Okay, so what's
Larry
Veronica?
Cougar,
What the fuck is
Alan
that?
Sad.
This done for hire, and it's Larry Cougar Alan Sad.
Oh, I know this fodder guy. He was kind of good in Death of the Horse.
You've seen every clucking movie.
You know, Laura and I go to the movies a lot. When was the last time you went?
Exactly 12 years ago.
Oh, you remember that precisely? Let me guess. Molly?
Yep, our very first date.
And he's never subsequently been to movie theater, even when he was in a relationship with her.
I don't remember. I just remember her. And nothing else.
You're a clucking poet. I mean it.
Okay. Do I have to save at all? Are we good?
I don't actually know how the save works.
That woman with Ibn.
We're like at time, but I don't know.
Maybe in your dream.
I mean, I guess it's not hard to just click through everything again, right?
Yeah.
All right. So obviously we'll be finishing stream right now, but I want to ask, so how do you feel? I know you were on Instagram for most of it, but how do you feel about the game?
I was not, but sure. I mean, it's okay. So far, not really much has happened. The banter's kind of fun.
I think the banter's kind of fun.
Weird.
The world is very weird, and that's obviously like what I'm like super into at the moment. But I mean, to be fair, they literally told us, "Hey, go talk to Natasha," and then we spent roughly 2 hours not talking to Natasha. So I can't necessarily blame the game for that. All right, cool. Well, we'll be back. So next weekend is game night again. I think I already have the 2 games picked out that we're going to be playing. And then we'll be back for more of this. Cool.
Sounds good.
Good night, Saba.
Okay.
Once again, let me know if you want to do Baldur's Gate tomorrow. We don't have to, but, you know, I just had the day off, so.
Sure, yeah. If I'm late on work, I'll let you know.
All right. Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye.